Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Come a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. One little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend on the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out. Hold up. Come a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. One little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend on the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out like the Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better.
Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sunlight energy shining. I shut silence. The brightness, skyless. Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sunlight energy shining. I shut silence. The brightness, skyless. I've been holding you ever. I will make it out better. I don't know if you're nonsense, but I hold you back when you hold me back. And I know that it's better, and I feel it for forever. How it makes you feel better. How it makes you feel. How it makes you feel.
I'm a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. One little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend on the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out. Hold up. I'm a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. One little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend on the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out like the Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better.
Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sunlight energy shining. I shut silence. The brightness, skyless. Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sunlight energy shining. I shut silence. The brightness, skyless. Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sunlight energy shining. I shut silence. The brightness, skyless.
Yo! What is good, guys? What is good? Today, I haven't done one of these in a minute. I was going to do it anyway. We're going to be doing some Deepwoken balancing live. I'll give like the breakdown and all the shits. Yeah? So I'm going to be going through probably a fair amount of things today to give you guys an update on the last thing I just did before I did a podcast. I made it to where going into floor 2 using the puzzle trap method automatically activates all the obelisks in floor 2 and lets you just talk to the Miserables. You don't need to talk to him anymore. You can just go straight to the Purge Shrine. And so yeah. So if you take the trap route, that'll be coming up. Also decreased the deep bound, what's it called? Call of the Deep. You know the deep bound passive? Reduced the cooldown from 20 minutes to 1 minute. It was very long. Yeah. Anywho, let's get on some stuff. I think I'm done here with stuff in the dungeon, so. Alright. So let me look what's on the thumbnail. Half of these I actually already did. I just threw them up there. So we're Bloodrend. I already knew what I was gonna do with Bloodrend anyway, so let's begin. So for Bloodrend, I know what I'm gonna do. First, let me get, let me start off with vein tendrils out. Let me do this one. So I'm going to eliminate the first hit actually doing any real damage. So let me do that real quick. Dun, dun, dun. No, 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 no. I'll make it do no damage. We can make it do like little posture, like 4 posture instead. And we'll make it not stun anymore either. Should make it so we're like, even if you get hit, it's just like it'll do a bit of blood drain. Yeah. Get this music up. Yeah, that's a really annoying mantra to deal with because like you don't know when it's weird because like it first hits your block and then like you don't know when it's gonna come actually hit you. So that first hit actually not doing damage, I think will do a lot. First hit no longer stuns nor deals damage. Posture reduced. I'm gonna do like 12 posture. 2, 4 on the first. Just in case you hit their block, you can still do a little something. Next, let's go Blood Edge. Blood Edge. I like that there's some like fast moves on mantras. I don't think its wind up on this one needs to be reduced, but I think its posture can go down. Let's see. Oh, the posture image increases with leveling up. Let's see. Yeah, it goes to all the way up to 15. Huh. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that's fine. We can just like cut the scaling down. Yeah, we can do it like this. So Blood Edge's posture, damage scaling from levels reduced by half, base reduced from 7 to 6. And then I'm gonna give it a bit of end lag after. It's it has like basically nothing. Let's see, basics used. Seconds of end lag. And that's regardless if it hits. It just has it no matter what. Alright, be good for Blood Edge. Next, Razor Blitz. Razor Blitz is just too fast in my eyes. It's so easy to get off. So easy to get off a parry. Let's see. 0.76 wind up. I feel like 0.55 would feel good. Appropriate. 0.47. That's real quick before we move that. You would think it'd be faster, right? But truthfully, no. It's weird how this is. Why is it set up like this? Alright, well, let me first do why it's like that. Do this. Let me up in game. Such a weird wind up. Let's see how I feel about this. Did I wipe? One sec. No. So my slot is wiped in death place. Whoops. Razor Blitz's second hit being completely unpredictable is the problem. I don't. I might have to disagree with that. Why the fuck is my? Why is the slot wiped? What the hell? Whatever. I'll just test in like the main game. Yeah, I don't know. I have to disagree. I think actually, if anything, a lot of people are usually like the second is annoying, but I think the first hit, man, dude, that shit will like it has like at first has a continuous hitbox. So like you'll use it and like half a second later it'll still like kind of hit at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? And then it immediately goes back super fast. Second, it's really quick. It is truly very quick off a parry. I don't think like if you are using different Blood Run mantras, especially with ones with different windups, and then you all of a sudden like swap to using Razor Blitz after like somebody hit like you parry somebody's move, like a lot of times that will just hit them, bro. See what's up with my main slot here. Big Matsu, not a balancing related question, but when is Authority Exile getting fixed? Thanks for the 5. Whenever we add a way to rejoin it. Thank you for the 5. Need a haircut? I know. No haircut until Boundary releases. Actually, I might have to do one because I'm going out RDC. We'll see. We'll see. Depends whenever it comes by. No bias. Augment's RDC? I was at RDC last year. I pushed that. Did. Yeah, so we'll see what comes. I didn't even know. Yeah, I was at RDC last year. Yep. Got some fuck shit. That's what it is, bro. No haircut until... Bro, I will not be going outside for anything anyway. And my girlfriend, for she will not be here. So, like, I mean, unless I go see the homies. It's grinding, bro. It's that's grinding. But for RDC, we'll see. Remember when Fake Goozer came? Yep. I remember when Fake Goozer pulled up. The Goozer. What is RDC? Roblox. I think it stands for Roblox Developer Conference. Basically, where all the devs go. And I met a ton of devs. Well, Supa was a dev too, but that's where I met up in real life. Supa Valicus. I met the Runeslayer devs. I met devs of Windbound, and I think it was called. I forgot. It was like a Bleach game that started with a P. What the? Why is this slot wiped? What the fuck? I'm not even gonna question this. I actually probably should. I like wipe. I like myself. Oops. Maybe Ark's doing something. Could be the case. Oh yeah, he is. Fairs. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, is changing something up, so it was actually all right. I'll see how that feels. All right, what else do I have for blood rend?
Maybe I might reduce the damage a little bit of the triple shits. It does a lot. Yeah, I'll reduce it a little, just a little bit.
There's like over 100 damage if all 3 lands. That shit hurts so badly. Literally every time I hit somebody with it, I'm like, dude, I know half your health is gone. We'll just like reduce the scaling a little bit. What makes it do so much? Let me do so much. Shouldn't have been doing that much. Yeah, 60. So it's like 64 base damage. All 3 hits. Kind of a lot. We can do, yeah, 33 reduction scaling. Yeah, it's like 16. It's like 63 base damage. Now it's gonna be more. It'll be like 55. We'll see. All right. Let's see what else we have. I think Toons touched up Bloodfowler. I could be wrong. Bloodfowler's a little shaky. I also feel like it's full cooldown. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the running crit being jumpable, that's not a bad idea. I might just do that. Yeah, we can do that. I said I was going to do that, too. Yeah, we can do that. That's fair. I was thinking about what I said I was going to do about it, and I remember that's what I said, so thanks for reminding me. Let's see.
Yeah, so at least you can do something about it, you know?
Really enough, I feel like one of them that didn't really deserve it was like the crypt critical. You can jump that too, which is, I'm like, in my eyes, I mean, I don't mind, but it's like I feel like that weapon, that crit specifically, wasn't really that troubling. Whatever, who cares? Yeah, it's a fast crit though, so unless you recognize it, you won't be able to really punish it, but it's good to have that. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, I know something else. Blood Edge. I need to do. Whoops. There's one more thing that kinda... It doesn't irritate me, but I can recognize that it's genuinely busted. It's like a secret busted thing. So when you use Blood Edge, right? I know you guys have fought this. You know how like they're far away and they'll use Blood Edge and it still hits you like right at the end of their like dash? You know what I mean? Right? It's like, how'd they hit me from there? You know what I mean, right? Yeah, the active frames. Yes, that is like, I also think really, people don't talk about that enough, man. Dude, that thing is like, yeah, the lingering hitbox on that. I'll probably reduce that. I abuse that so much. Yeah. All right. Next we can take a look at. Let's get something though. Blood stakes. There's this guy who's literally been DMing me every day to buff blood stakes in PvE. I think. Day 71 of asking Agamatsu to buff blood stakes PvE. Let's see what his reasoning is. I'm curious before I do this. All right, let's see. A day 1 of asking. Blood stakes does 200 PvE damage. Max 400 PvE damage. And then one Blood Edge did 470. Okay. Sure, buddy. We can make it, we can give it like a buff. Sure, bud. We can make blood stakes do a little bit more. Let's make it do like, no. Like 0.25 would be good. Yeah, that should make it pretty handy. Yeah. Do people even use? I never see people use blood stakes in PvP though. I feel like it's just so mid, isn't it? How much damage does it even do? Let me look. I feel like maybe that's why it's also bad in PvP. It's also just bad in PvP. Is that per? Could be like 9. Let's see. Let's actually check this out real quick. Just curious. Each, and what's the maximum of these we can do? Stakes. Stakes. So you can have 5 stakes max. That means what? Base damage could be, what, that does 45? 45 base? I mean, chat, give me y'all thoughts. What we thinking? I'll ask chat for this one. Blood stakes. I've never seen people use blood stakes, bro. But I also don't want to like super buff them and like now they're like crazy damage dealers. Because I remember they used to do crazy posture damage. Do they still do crazy posture damage, bro? Maybe they're like just sneaky good and I don't know. Is it quick low damage extend? Extend? You can who extends with look, I'll be truthful. If you could extend with blood stakes, you'd be seeing people extend with blood stakes, no? Yeah, there's a reason nobody uses it. They're not on Vision Shaper builds, then that's a Vision Shaper issue, not a blood stakes issue. Guys. Are you using posture stack since nobody knows how to parry it? That's it. Posture stack. Yeah, it's like weird posture timing or like parry timing. I'll just give it a buff in PV and call it a day. I'll let the tester see if it actually needs something. Blood stakes, PvE damage increased. All right, there you go. To that one guy. All right, anything else about Blood Rend? So Blood Edge, Crimson Surge, Razor Blitz, Feign Tendrils. A fair amount of nerfs. Some pretty heavy nerfs. At least those are all the annoying mantras for me. Scarlet Cannon, I know is kind of trash, but it's also... I mean, maybe I can make it... It's like, it's a janky mantra. It's a janky mantra, bro. I mean, I can make it throw you higher in the sky, but... I'll let the testers play around. Maybe it just takes you a little higher. Let me see how high it is even supposed to take you. It's like weird. It like fucking rubber bands you back into position and then you like fall. Let's see how high it takes you. Like 5 steps higher. We can make it. How about we just make it like double? But what's the cooldown on this? 14 seconds. I'm gonna increase its cooldown a little bit, but then make it take you a little bit higher. I don't know if that's gonna be unpunishable, but I'll let the first. Let me let the testers first play around with Scarlet Cannon making you higher. If it's like the secret busted, we'll see. Anywho, oh, thanks for the 20. Yo talked in the earlier stream about item ideas. I was just gonna suggest you look at some of the art contest submission from way back then. They did make some cool weapons. The only one I remember from back then I really liked was it was like these dual guns that were like flame at the edges or whatever, and it looked kind of cool. I forgot what the special effect was, but it's stuck in my head. Maybe, who knows? I swear there was like some ideas from back then that were added. New samurai armor. Didn't we kind of get that, though? I guess it wasn't really samurai. Maybe. I wouldn't mind. I missed the donation earlier, sorry. Buff Dawnwalker Black Flash scaling in PvE. Black Flash scaling in PvE? Isn't Dawnwalker not bad, though? PvE, I feel like it already has some good tools. Bruh. Alright, let me answer some of these donos earlier, sorry. Thanks for the 5 from official Justin Vibin. Okay, different question. Imagine like Ice Blade Spark get Spark variants. Ice Blade get Spark. It wasn't meant to get their Spark variant back. Oh, it had a round spark. If that was, there was probably a bug. But I mean, I don't. Even then, Ice Blade doesn't really need a spark variant because it already has the slide variant. If it's like more stuff akin to that, sure. Some of these are just making new mantras though, so it's not impossible. It's just a matter of like, I think, like I said, more that we're actually kind of like the what's it called? I really like the Electrocarp one. Just no ideas really came to my mind. The only idea recently that's come to my mind, not even as a spark, just as like another thing you can use, is like a blind sear beam that is like a faster firing beam that isn't like, what would be an example? Let's see about this. Okay, I don't even need to explain it. You know, like, you know, anyone play Isaac? You know, the Brimstone, right? But like a shorter version of that. It's like fast, it like, and then like it dissipates in like under like half a second. But it's like a set range in front of you. Yeah, I don't know, something like that would be kind of cool. That way you can actually use it in combos and whatnot. Like 0.55 or 0.5 wind up or something like that. I feel like that would be really nice. Look at that, could be a spark. I say one. I'd say it'd be kind of cool if you could just like press F and then just use it, or like maybe the F press would be base, like the base blinds here, and then the new base would be like the shorter version that's like quicker wind up. I feel like that'd be super nice. Ooh, that'd be a really good mix-up option. I mean, you know the difference, but still, like just being able to do both, I think would be a nice add-on to blinds here. You have some options, right? All right, next up. So first I've been going through block and dodge. I saw in the test score. Does it still do that? I used it a few times and I haven't been able to hit through block or dodge, but if you can send me a clip of it doing that in like the past week, then I'll take another look, because that is something I specifically tried to make sure was fixed and it didn't really show up. Yeah, no. Yeah, that one specifically should have gotten like a lot of fixes. Well, that's also a bug fix. So I think for now that's good for. I think I'm good on blood run nerfs. That was a fair few nerfs. How many is that? We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some pretty solid ones to the most powerful parts of its kit in my eyes. Next we can do Gale Breath. So my thoughts on Gale Breath, I don't really want to touch up too many if it's like core shits, right? Because I think playing Gale is probably pretty fun, and I don't think we should really tackle that. And if anything, I think the damage in my eyes could be tackled. I think it being keeping its like, you know, mobility and speed. People are like, nerf its speed, and it's like, dude, it's fucking Gale Breath. You know what I mean? That's the attunement that you would expect to have the most like mobility speed shit. So I don't think we should touch that, but I think it having really high damage in some cases probably is what makes it feel so oppressive. Like, you can zoom around me, but I'm expecting you to have like Nalia, like pillow fists, right? But they don't. They do have some really strong damage buffs. So that's what we can take a look at first. Also probably a buff to the, like I said, the bar. I think like the bar Prospector is like really bad now. Let's first take a look at Inhale's cooldown. I think Inhale cooldown was something someone mentioned. I forgot who, but I think that's a good start. Being able to constantly do it instead of being more like a something to consider would be good. Let's see what the cooldown is on Inhale. Jeez, is that how it really works on? That's so bad, bro. It's so bad. That's so bad. That is actually so bad. Jesus Christ. Okay, anywho. This is actually Alright, let's see. Oh, the cooldown is 5 seconds, huh? Or wait, does it even have a cooldown? Does Inhale have any cooldown? I don't think it does, huh? Alright. Let me look. Let me double check. No, I don't think it does. Okay. Let's see what I do here. Wait, let me double check just to make sure. Maybe it has like a very small one. No, I don't think it does. No. Okay. Well then. Ain't it forced a 3-second cooldown since mantra vents are at 3 seconds? True. It does have that. That's probably why it doesn't have one. 3 seconds though. Here's the thing. The effects of Inhale last longer than the 3 seconds. The speed boost is 4 seconds. The buff is 5 seconds. So you effectively don't have a cooldown. Let's see. What are we thinking for a cooldown? Usually 8 seconds like the go-to. Usually 8 to 10 seconds to go-to, but that's a lot. 10 seconds feels like a lot. I feel like 8 feels kind of more appropriate. Maybe 5. Nah, 5 is how long it lasts. I feel like 8 seconds is good. 6 seconds? 6 seconds is just outside the shits, though. At least you can't stack anymore. Maybe 6 isn't that bad. 6 or 7, chat. What are we thinking? Okay, I'll let chat vote. 6 or 7. Inhale cooldown. Let's see. Ooh, is it split? Ooh, it's split. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait, back to split. Ooh, this is close. Maybe I should just do 6.5, meet in the middle. I feel like 6.5 is awkward, though. I mean, I also am doing other stuff after this, so maybe 6 is like, you can argue it's more fair. Quarter versus 26 cents. 6.7. I'm not doing 6.7. 6.5 is kind of weird, though. I don't like the 0.5. So at that point, just pick one, you know? All right, I'll give it like another 10 seconds. Wherever it ends up is what I do. And then I get to blame chat. I love blaming chat. I love blaming you guys. Let's give it like 30 seconds. In the meanwhile, until that ends. Let's actually also take a look at the extra damage buffs that it has. Where do we start? Where do we start? Let's actually look at the wiki. They usually have all the lists. Yeah, I guess we can take a look at Aftercut first. Fuck it. All right. And it ends. No way! It is split! What the fuck? Yo! Alright, we're flipping a coin. Alright, heads is 6, tails is 7. Flip coin. Oh, I should probably... Oops. I don't know why I actually typed that. Flip coin. Let's see where it's at. Tails. Alright, 7-second cooldown it is. Alright. Like, I actually put this up like it's up here. 7 seconds is all right, and then put at the end 7-second cooldown. All right, next let's take a look at aftercut. Honestly, we could just like slash this in half, 5 and 2.5. That'd be good. Oh, it already kind of does that, huh? Oh, it literally is that. All right, sure. All right, aftercut. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we got here, bro. I guess, yeah, what I say, the inhale aftercut. Any other crazy damage buffs? That was more. Oh, yes, pressure break. Yeah, we can make pressure break increase by 25. We can just make like 15. It'd be that crazy. 25 is shit ton, bro. I don't even know if it counts to cap. Could, but anything else damage-wise? Honestly, I think aftercut, pressure break, inhale. That's some pretty core nerfs, man. I feel like maybe like one of the we can do like a small one. I think we're good. Anything else really that's like crazy for extra damage? Ooh. Ooh, maybe. Maybe Cyclone Blade. Sneaky good, huh? Cyclone Blade. Wait, that probably already got affected by those, the bleed nerfs, though. Let's see if it actually did. Let's double check. Oh, it just makes you okay. I already got. I'll just like fix the description. It already got reduced. What else we got? Anything else on the agenda? Haunted Gale. Haunted Gale. Is it really one of those crazy things, though? I mean, it's alright, I guess. It's alright, I guess. Let me look at one other thing real quick that I do think is a sneaky buff. Actually, no, I think that might be everything. I feel like those are some pretty valid stuff. It's free damage on all mantras. What is? Fix the bug. Air pressure does not have a cooldown on dodge, only block hit. Air pressure is supposed to have an 8-second cooldown when either somebody's block or dodge attack. However, If you dodge an attack, it does not go on cooldown, can be proc instantly again. If you hit someone's block, then the cooldown works as it should. Ah, I see. Fairs, I guess. That's a bug fix. Let's look. Fairs. Can I even do this? No. Ah, you're right. Which happens in the dash. Yep, okay. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. Fixed air pressure not going on cooldown whenever you dodge an attack and proc it. Alright, next we got the Spectre bar. Let's take a look. That drained, it's apparently too hard to maintain. We can take a look. Let's see. Let's see what Spectre has. Let's actually look at what the drain is. Yeah, because you do not see people on that. Fine, we can take a look. Where's it? Let's see what the drain is. The drain is about... I don't even know how I can quantify this to y'all. Fuck it. Let's see what testers in chat have to say. Or yeah, let's see what they got. What we got for Spectre, man? What we got for Spectre? Let's see what chat has to say, tester have to say. Let's look. This is infinite chat engagement farming. Is it? Might be. Look at these donuts real quick. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the 2. Can you look at DMs of him if I need the buff? Maybe. New Katana? Eventually? Wouldn't be surprised. Choke Kuto for a new weapon. I don't even know what that is, but thanks Madono from STL Dome 6 for 7 there. Can Dylan be reworked? Sukurotos. Rubian is a bit troublesome. Thanks for the 2 though. STL Dawn 60 nerf Gale Punch. I don't think it's that deep. I don't want to nerf any of the mantras inherently. I think Astral and Gale Punch are fine, to be honest. Astral, yeah, I know it can be fast for the Jets, but personally, I don't think it's, at least when I fight, I think it's good that you have some of the mantras at least keep their core strong spots, which is why I didn't want to nerf Blood Edge wind up. Same with Astral. Thanks for the 5 again from Super Toes. Can we go for Suffocate PvE? Suffocate PvE. Yeah, sure. Why not? Fuck it. At with code, thank you for the 10. Ups are the worst weapon class. Rapier, Mace, Bow. I don't think Bow needs it. Mace, I understand. Rapier, I'll see. I feel like Rapier kind of just needs more solid stuff, like weapons to use with it. I feel like Rapier doesn't have a lot of good, that many synergy, but Bow, I disagree. I think Bow's actually pretty good. It's just really annoying to fight. I mean, you have to play it definitely in a different way to actually make use of it, which is what I think what Rag intended, but whatever. Mace, though, yeah, Mace is a little chopped. Like, basically just like worse sword. Offhand talents. Yes, like for execution. Thanks for the 5. All right. Anywho. Yeah, maybe I feel like the drain gain, it's slow, but I feel like the drain also being slow would probably make it feel better. Let's buff it up by, I'd say like maybe 30 to 40%. I feel like would be good to slow the drain by. Make the drain actually feel nice. But like make it actually feel like, oh, it's like you built up a lot, now you get to keep it a fair amount. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be good. Yeah. Yeah, we can play around with that. Let's see what we're thinking. I'm thinking we can do, let's do like 33%. And we'll see how testers feel with that. See if that feels any better. So let's do, we can do that. Sure. Let's try that out. What is actually gone? Let me look. Wonder why they say it call that sometimes. All right, let's push. All right. Woo! Oh my goodness. Chat is actually insane, bro. Chat is insane. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let me first go through some of the stuff I missed. Thanks for the 10. I speak in talking. Can we please get Rising when first word to get pre-rework Rising? Yo, ask Dex on that, big dog. Oh, brother. That shit was low-key a little buggy too, but yeah, I don't know. You have to ask him on why that was removed. That was before my time. Thanks for the 2. Maybe it wasn't. I can't recall. Thanks for the 2 from Shao PvE buff. That is planned. Yes, that is planned. Give the 2 though. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right. What do we have next? Shardbow, yes. I like Shardbow being a solid damage option, but I think some tech with it, people are able to slide and it insta hits the ground, it's unreactable. So what I will do is, I don't want the damage to be nerfed off rip. I'd rather just have the damage actually be lessened if it's immediate, right? And so it will like scale based on the distance. Which I think makes it also a little bit better to fight instead of people fucking using it during the slash, you know, like the fixing all the move stacks. I forgot what it's called, like the mayhem, I think, of medium. They're able to move stack something with smart and it like instantly hits while they're doing it. So fixing that up, but also just making the damage scale. Now, I need to think about this. Let me think about this, John, real quick. Yeah. Let's see how this works real quick. Names of this, bro. How long does it actually take? Let me look. Okay, we'll try this. See, I'd be like, yeah, that's true. Okay. See, should be fine. Should be fine. Okay, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-do-do-do-do. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we'll see what happens with this. Ooh, that would be nerve, actually. Okay, so Shardbow should now scale with the shits. Like I said, less people being able to do it on the ground or like up close and it hits immediately. Now it scales, so you have to be a little bit more careful where you use Shardbow. All right. Anywho, sorry, I was just doing that real quick. Okay, so got a few Gale nerfs, some Blood Run nerfs. What else was really on my agenda? I kind of did all the other nerfs I wanted to do. All right. Well then, that was kind of. Let me see what was on my thumbnail. Did I actually cover all the stuff in the thumbnail? Charred Bow, Eclipse Kick, Piercing Blow, Berserk, Gale Breath, Bloodrun. I kind of did, huh? Huh. That was basically everything I wanted to take a look at. Honestly, Gale Breath wasn't really as needed. It was kind of just more like the freshies. And plus, I kind of did change where I thought it really wouldn't change too much for the top brass, if you will. Ooh, wait. Vision Shaper, though. Yeah, I guess I could change that. I was going to make it have wind up. I kind of want to play around with that. Yeah, I guess we can try that out. See what that feels like. Do you even read chat? Yeah, I do, but like I see like a bunch of people flooding chat to try and get their own builds buffed, and it's like, come on, dog. Yo, relax, big dog, relax. I'm trying to do the big stuff today, man. I don't want to do a bunch of small, unless I give Stoneheart a talent, you know, as an example. But like, I see a bunch of small individual specific requests, and it's like, All right, I guess I'll test this out myself. Let's see it. Let's see this. Panula Cave Pokemon. That's not a shard though. Bro. Fuck, man. I wiped my slot. Did I? Damn it, bro. Holy, bro. Yo, it's just funny, man. I'm sorry. It's too funny, bro. The fucking messages in all caps, man. It's just fucking sending my shit, bro. Yo, it is that deep, bro. It really is for some people. Yo, I'm watching, please. I swear. Bro, please, can you buff this? It's like, that's how you know we need more content, bro. People are dying out here for the chance, the opportunity. They are on their fucking knees pleading that I either buff or nerf it. It's like this. It's the most. Half of them are like the most specific thing ever, bro. Funny though. I mean, I respect it, but god motherfucking damn. Bum 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 bum. Da na 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 da 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 da. This should work. Okay. All right. I'm just finishing up some of these Shardbow things, just looking at it. Anything else really on the agenda, man? Let's see what else. Okay. Anything else major? Gale Blood. What's today? What time is it? I guess I can make that quest tomorrow or later tonight. The Berserk one. I saw a lot of people talking about why I'm nerfing Berserk. I should probably explain it. And I'll try and argue my point. So, real quick to go over Berserk, basically the change I made it do was in PvP combat, it only gives a 10% pen buff, which is a huge gut. It's basically a big-ass gut. Basically... Still work? Okay. Basically makes it barely usable for PvP, mainly only a PvE talent. There's a reason. First, I was going to remove it, but second off, I do think that it's nice to have some glass cannon stuff in the game, yes, but... Right? My issue specifically with Berserk is that, for starters, A, we already do have a fair amount of glass cannon related content in this game. B, there's already also other ways to get a lot of true damage in this game, or extra damage on stuff. But also C, the Berserk... When I saw Berserk being used, in most cases, it usually wasn't in a... like a fair 1v1. There's a reason you almost never saw it in Chime. And I understand, like, people have their, like, well, when I fought against somebody who used it, I fucked them up. And it's like, yes. Right? But it's just in most cases, especially in a lot of clips that I saw, people would be fighting somebody, get hit by, like, someone with, like, a grim axe with Berserk out of nowhere, lose, like, 2.5 bars, and then run away. Alright? And so, originally, like, what does this add to strength? What is it really adding to strength? Really need? Does it do these builds really need the ability to tap into true damage? You know, like these builds already most of the time are doing a shit ton of damage, and now we are further boosting them. It's not like it's a charisma thing. We are giving them the ability to gain even more damage when they already have a lot of damage plus like big damage things in their kit, right? Usually, like I said, a lot of these weapons, that are required in heavy also require strength, right? And so, I don't know, that was just my philosophy on that. I just thought I was like, in my eyes, it just wasn't really needed. And maybe you could argue that for a few other things, but that's why I wanted to also make it like a quest talent, like more like Heretic Sutra sort of thing, right? Still making it viable in PvE, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, but Nerfing will make it even less used in Chime. I don't really care if it's used in Chime, though. It already wasn't used in Chime. And in my opinion, just reworking into a brand new talent, I might as well just make a new talent, right? I might as well just delete Berserk entirely and just actually make a new talent. Like, that's just the way I viewed it. And again, it's like, I don't think these builds need another big damage buff in the form of getting more pen. They already innately have more pen and have things that let them do true damage. And now we're giving them another true damage option. Just my thoughts, though. No one using a Chime. Yeah, that's my point. My point was that people were not using it in ones and were using it to third-party motherfuckers to do a shit ton of damage and just run away instead of dealing with the effects. And like I said, like what I was trying to say is that these strength builds already usually dealt a ton of damage, bro. They don't need to be having like an ability that makes them do even more damage through doing true damage. These builds a lot of times were also investing into damage multipliers, so it was not just, oh well, we do true damage usually, but they get bonus damage from the fact that they have the damage multipliers, and that's also being turned to true damage, right? Just gapped you, literally gapped you. That's just my thoughts. And I don't think strength is bad. I don't know why niggas say strength is chopped or it's like the worst stat. It is not the worst stat, bro. I don't think it's the worst stat. I don't think it's better than charisma. I don't think it's better than willpower. I think currently it's better than int, actually. But that, you could argue maybe that one. You could argue. I think willpower, charisma are worse. For sure. You see this. Fortitude also. Just my thoughts. Especially in ganks. Especially in ganks, I think strength is better than fort. That makes no sense. It's redundant with high pen. Yeah, what I'm trying to illustrate is that you already had the abilities to get extra stuff. I don't think it needed another tool to be able, and most of the time it was used in flood third-party type of situations. I don't think it needed that ability to do even more damage in those select case moments, right? Again, most of the time people were not using it in a fair 1v1 setting, right? It was being mainly used as something that just hit, like punched it down harder, right? To make their damage that already did a shit ton do even more. And I just don't think that was needed, right? Surge PV buff. The AoE damage is guns. Ooh, I'll take a look at that. Maybe it does need a pretty good buff. You know, let me take a look at that. Hybrid weapons, we promise we'll get there. Thanks for 10. 2, make Rising Wind invincible. Ooh, yeah, you're right. It actually doesn't. It does not properly stop it. Thanks for the 5 from Merkleman. Cold Point buff. Cold Point? I saw some people saying like it was actually pretty compy and the crit did the Loki a lot. I don't know. I have to look into that. Thanks for 2. Oh, I already covered that. Yeah, shout out PV buff. Giga buff, exotic shark spawn rates and Elmud. Hey, technically they are buff because more things are spawning, bro. Just gotta get a little lucky, man. What I gotta tell you. Thanks for the 5. Can you check DM request? I sent a list of bad unusable. The flame mattress ragdoll. Good call. Yeah, flame mattress not hitting ragdoll is like a super old change, and it's like kind of jank because I think it was supposed to be for lava eruption, and even then it doesn't. Like it affects the regular flame for some reason. Yeah. Let's see if we can find that. Get music back up. The music. Oh, we'll do Vanilla Cave. Where is this done at, man? Hello? What the fuck? Where is this even used, big god? Right. Can you become the Mom Donnie of Deepwoken? Fire. What the hell? Damn it. Damn, that is a bitch, bro. That is a bitch. Oh, brother. Okay. I wonder who made this change. When was this change made? It was for eruption, right? The flame stuff affects non-eruption as well, just to make it clear, correct? Oh, brother. Probably some specific like one-line change, man. God damn it. I don't even know when this change was made either. It was like years ago. Meteor Plus. Is that the... That is... Yo, is, chat, can you guys remind me, does... You know, like, the, Fuck is it called, bro? You know the Meteor Slam talent chat? Does that hit ragdoll players? Because I'm looking at it right now and it does not. It says here it doesn't. I'm like, oh, it does. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you for the 5 earlier. Can Dawn Walker meant to be the same color as when you dye the halo? The mantra being dyed, big dog. Obviously, you can dye them pitch black, but then you could dye them deep purple or some shit. I don't know, big dog. I think it's fine as is. Thanks for the 5 from Kogers. Hey, can you make medium up in mantras purple with purple cloud? Hell no, bro. I want that drifter. Hey, save that shit for when it actually does something, instead of just being recolored for fun. Thanks for 279. Oh, I already saw that. Appreciate it, though. Huh. Let's see what chat's saying real quick, man. Joan Heart buff, nothing Parasol Blight, just create a Flame Charm legendary weapon. Fix the FPS valid. Do something about live all concept. Heals everyone but divides it. Buff Justicar Vanguard crit. Rework Hero Blade. This is a whole bunch of bullshit I'm reading right now. This is why I can't read. This is why I don't read chat, bro. Yo, half his ideas to buff a build. Half it are like new weapon ideas, which I don't mind actually. Some new weapon ideas are valid, but bro, I'm trying to get some nerfs in, man. I'm not trying to buff the obscure. Ask what you're looking for. To be fair, I didn't ask. You're right. You're reading the worst comments, bro. I read the comments down in a row. Mods don't need to filter out the chat. Let them say what they need to say. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to speak in general. Get your thoughts out, you know? It'd be working if the words coming out didn't amount to Goo Goo Gaga. Yo, Jammers, after I do some more balance, let's play some fucking Dark and Darker, man. Let's play some goddamn dark. Some goddamn Dark and Darker. What I want to fucking hear. Rematch VIP Jack. Yeah, I heard he's been on fucking, what's it called? Rogue Lineage Battlegrounds or whatever. I mean, like, I'm busy with the shits, bro. Stream that shit? Nah. Hey, it's bad for me to stream it because it makes me want to play longer. Also, B streaming is tiring. And C, look, the truth is, even if I do stream it, most of the comments are still just going to be niggas asking me for shit, big dog. Or it's just the game's kind of changed, you know? And I get it, but, you know, it gets to a point, you know what I mean? And it's like, kind of shrug, like, makes me not really want to stream, bro. Only when I actually want the chat to, like, let me know. Like when I was talking about, when I did that inhale stuff. But when I play anything else, bro, dead ass, it'll just be motherfuckers talking about buff this, do this, or change this. What are you gonna do though? You know what I mean? That's just how it is. What I wouldn't mind though is actually some weapon talent ideas. If chat wants to post some, who knows? Maybe there's a banger. I literally added an equipment into the boundary update from chat like a few weeks ago. It was kind of cooking. Good on that guy. Outside of that, big dog, kind of a shrug, you know? Kind of a shrug, kind of. Yeah, there probably could be some cool stuff. Pretty sure it's dodge frames. Oh. Now, what is this? Interesting. Outlaw mass campfire challenge still doesn't work. Did Ark fix that? Honestly, I don't even know if it should have that. It probably should be removed. Honestly, just increasing the order size alone is actually really fucking solid. I don't think people realize that, man. That's just good. It does not need no crazy buff, big dog. At least in my eyes, I don't know. Maybe some of the jits think it needs that. Or your shit being like bigger is just fucking goes a long way from a fucking, you know what I mean? Oh, what is this? Hold on. Sec. Huss. Hold on. Look at this. No. Where's that shit at? There we go. Be able to be open and non-haltide? That's up to Tunes, big dog. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it, bro. What can I say? His choice. It's not my item. He specifically did not want it to be fucking open. Shits. Go ask him, not me. They're like a bum. Just how it is when you're on the grind, bruh. Every day on the deep, trying to do something. That is. Yeah, there you go. Speak to the Tunes, bruh. Don't be asking me, because I don't change shit people are firm about. Tunes was firm. He said no. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. But October, November, December. No, you're right there, you know. Well, Natunes, you hear my idea for actually, yo, Natunes, you wanna come to chat and say what's up to chat, man? Don't listen to these guys, by the way. Just say hi. You wanna come say hi? You wanna say hey, what's up, hello? It's been a minute, you know. You gotta. Oh, interesting. Yeah, on my phone. Bet. Hop in, playing. Or maybe I could just call you, actually, because a dev might join. Yo, what's up, Tunes?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Say what's up. Yeah, it's been forever since you talked to chat.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I think the last time was must have been the dev interview, right? Or the
Yeah, on the channel. That wasn't even on my channel, bro.
On the channel.
It was on the Deepwoken channel, bro. We gotta do another one of those. Probably after Boundary, right?
Yeah, I think we should.
Like, I think one every year is good.
I think Nacti wants to do some kind of retrospective.
Yeah,
so we get together for that.
That'd be cool. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been seeing what's up with chat though, man. Look at chat.
there's some crazy motherfuckers.
Chat is crazy these days, but it's okay. Ooh, wait. Hold the phone. I like that Shatter Katana effect. Landing an M1 will add another slash to the critical attack. This effect stacks up to 6 extra hits. Ooh, that's kind of tough. It's like choo. Tough.
I've been wanting to do some katana stuff.
Oh yeah. We gotta make more boundary weapons, dude. Like some crazy ideas. Also, though, I'll tell you this: we wanted to. I think people want, obviously you got the legendary weapons people are excited for, but also I think some more, just normal classic weapons would be appreciated, right? Like, yeah, I mean, y'all tell us, I think as much as people want like the crazy shit, like new drills, new weapon types, it's just some like classical, hey, pick it up. It doesn't need to be a crazy ass crit. It's just a solid weapon, maybe has a nice weapon talent. Call it a day. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. At least that's what I want to do. I'll probably be doing a lot of like, simpler ideas. It's not like I haven't been looking at ideas sometimes from not chat, but more so my Discord or the Deepwoken suggestion Discord. They got some solid ideas in there just for like more simple stuff. Just so we don't have to make everything super crazy, because I think it gets to a point,
Yeah. All right.
My God, Agamotto, I still ponder the days you was a free man 4 years ago, exploring the deep, enjoying it for how it is. Now these new gens invade the game, and now you work like a slave for nerfs and buffs. Work like a slave.
Like a slave.
Slave. I'm a slave to the system. Yeah, bro. Deep is a fire job, bro. I'll never be a slave. Deep is fire, man. Deep is fire. I love this. I love this job. Do not release the Berserk nerf. Wait, I want to hear some people argue for why I should keep it. Why? Maybe I should just keep it as is. It's not an issue. It's fine. I don't need to convert it at all or change it up at all. Let's hear some arguments. Okay, Tunes, I just want to say what's up. Maybe I'll go into the Discord. I'm going to go in my Discord and drag people up.
All right, sure.
I bet. Peace. All right. If anyone wants to argue it, you can join the Discord. I'll drag you up into the shits, and you can debate me 1-on-1. Fuck it. Come now. You'll be the voice. Okay, this guy. Are you here to talk about Berserk? Yes.
Hello.
Or no? Are you here to talk about Berserk?
The stream. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I do think Berserk deserves a nerf. I think so. What I've heard is the solution was lower its total pen damage in PvP to 10%, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that could be really problematic in PvP in specific, because pen that doesn't bypass the 50% pen is kind of useless for like 99% of builds, right? Because it's really, really easy to reach 50% pen. And I think it should be something like, what's the name? Cheap shot, where it bypasses the inherent 50% pen cap.
Let me tell you, okay, before you continue, let me tell you why that doesn't matter, right? If you're going a strength build, you're going to uncap your pen. So
not necessarily.
Most builds, you might have the specifics that only go 80 and shrine down, sure, but
yeah,
I'm just saying it's like I don't even think let's see what the recs on each of those are. Let's see, Berserk, because even then it's like if you're going a strength build and you're not getting the uncap, I feel like first you're kind of selling. But let's see, Berserk, A strength right now. 2 million to pierce. Million is like 100, right? Million 10 piercer, 90. 10 strength different. You're telling me these specific builds is what is holding back the nerf. Even then, like the nerf, it's not even about like letting these builds get pen. It was originally just going to get removed.
Yeah, but I'm assuming it doesn't get removed because builds that already like have it inherently will just become completely useless. So it's something to just keep the game going for longer without making old builds obsolete.
That's not the reason. Name me a build that has Berserk that becomes obsolete without Berserk. That doesn't make any sense. Berserk is a temporary buff. Why would it make a build obsolete if it's a temporary buff?
Because a lot of builds, that was mostly before the full revert to, well, not revert, but the rework that Silent Heart got. I've kept seeing a lot of like Berserk Silent Heart builds that always went for Berserk during the Silent Heart moves that so you could like do true damage on Silent Heart moves before they did oath damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And builds like that, it can still work under a few like crits, weapons, etc. that have specific like instance of very high damage but low pen. So like, what's a better example? I was thinking something like builds that do there's like a combo that people do with the officer crit, I think.
Okay.
And although Officer Sword doesn't have a lot of pen on itself, people run Berserk during it to actually like, get some like more value off of it and then turn it off.
So they use
I've kinda-
they use Berserk during the Officer Saber crit.
Yeah, so like these instances of very short but very high DPS attacks, specifically from crits. So like Eye of Malice crit for once, people usually do that. They're just gonna like Eye of Malice crit active while Berserk is on and do like I think it's over 150 damage and true damage because Berserk is on. And because if I recall correctly, Berserk is supposed to only work 10% pen if it's a critical, but criticals that have the M1 tag bypass that. And I'm pretty sure I have Malice Crit has M1 tag, so it bypasses that 10% in pen and just becomes true damage. But it's for builds like that in specific that I feel like are going to become really obsolete. Which, personally, I'm okay with. I don't like those builds, but I just feel like it's worth bringing up that people are going to be really mad about that.
Officer Saber. Okay, let's try this out. Let's see, and Berserk. So I can activate it as I'm doing the crit, yeah? Let's see.
I think so. I don't know if it's like people using a macro and like doing it the exact same moment, or is it just like that you can actually activate it during it. I'm not sure.
Tries.
Right. That's just what I've seen. There was a lot of It was. I think it was because of a bug. Where I used to see like a lot of posers ring, Shadow Katana, Berserk, like activations. I think it was like to synergize off the while you could still get like a guaranteed crit off posers ring, which got patched, but stuff like that. Like, well, I can't bring up.
I'm trying right now to do a mid crit and it doesn't work.
Huh.
I mean, you said it. You said it yourself though. Let's just say it did work, right? Let's just say it actually worked on stream. You're telling me that we are worried about gutting builds that rely upon being able to move stack Berserk with Officer Saber to do 150 true damage in one crit.
Not specifically.
Is this who we're really worried about though? Like,
no. It's just that there are people that do have legitimate uses for it. From what I've seen, it's gonna stay unchanged for PvE.
Right.
So at least people that do that, right. That's fine. Personally, I'm completely okay with that. I think it's a better way to like lead that. But I'm just predicting that there's gonna be a lot of people just like, oh my Berserk, my niche Berserk combo is gone. This is so unfair, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're not able to do like stack it. So I don't know which Berserk combo they're kind of referencing to. I mean, I can understand why, like, what's it called? Like, maybe there is some like niche guy who has like a build, he just pops Berserk all the time. But like the whole idea was that even for like specific combos, like the problem is like, okay, let's just say that worked, right? You're easily able to avoid the downside too. Like,
yeah,
maybe you could argue just keep the downside even longer, but it's like if let's just say I took 150 true damage from one critical, does that not sound fucking insane?
It is, but isn't that the point of the like talent, to be kind of insane?
that is the purpose of the talent, to be insane. It's just in my eyes, right? I'm trying to nerf quick drop. I'm nerfing Eclipse Kick, I nerf Shard Bow, I nerf Piercing Blow. But then when it comes to Berserk, wait, Agamatsu! Bro, what about my niche Berserk build? Okay, what about those like Eclipse Kick builds? What about those Piercing Blow builds? When it comes to other people's stuff, it's like, oh, okay, well, nerf this, nerf Gale, nerf. But then when it comes to the niche specific builds, now I have to all of a sudden be very careful considering the shit. So like, I get that, but it's like,
yeah.
There's been shit literally removed from the game because of how crazy some of those builds are, but now it's something to consider.
Yeah. Something that you could try to do to avoid, if you're specifically looking to avoid quick drops in specific, is for PvP in specific, make so if you deal over a certain threshold of damage while in Berserk, it turns off. So you can only deal
threshold. So you can only do so much damage, and then it turns off for both you guys. So I get one good hit. But doesn't that sound like it could still be like really good in that case? Like you pop it, you get 1 free heavy damage of Berserk. I do
Yeah.
80 damage on my crit slots heavy, and it does true damage, and I do a bar to somebody, right? And then it turns off for, so I have no downside. I third party this guy, I whack him once, and I got true damage off that.
No, sorry.
You mean like
I said it
multiple
wrong.
hits?
Like it would deactivate the extra pen. The extra pen for you would deactivate. Like the effect itself.
So now
would stay
it's
on.
gone. So they get to punish me, but I only get my few hits in, and then like it's off.
Yeah. It's a way to avoid like quick dropping if that's specifically what you're trying to avoid.
The problem though came up. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but the problem wasn't even necessarily the fact that like it's like the amount of stuff I would need to add to the downside, right? Here was the issue. The issue was that when I saw cases of it being used, specifically clips, it would be in scenarios where the person has built a build to abuse the upside of Berserk while being able to escape the downside, either by using iframes or going in the water and making a water build to do X, Y, and Z, right? And so they would abuse Berserk, and two things: either A, specifically abuse part of the ability where they'd be able to have like the increased, I don't know, let's just say the lightweight stuff. I'd have to disable lightweight, even though it's supposed to reduce your armor, right?
Yeah.
These specific parts of Berserk, they would try and abuse, or they would just like use iframes, escape. And keep in mind, right, it would be like, let's just like a 2v1. Even if you try chasing that guy down, that guy's ability to do so much extra damage to you. I know 2v1s are always going to be busting this game, but do you see what I'm saying? Does that really have to exist in my eyes? And in my opinion, I don't really think it does. I don't think those builds necessarily need to have another form of having a shit ton of damage added to what they're doing, right? Because true damage is that can do a lot, bro. That goes through a lot of shit.
Yeah, arguably true damage is the most like significant thing in the game's balance at the moment, because not even at the moment, like for a while now, we had bleed being an issue for like over half the game's existence. Like bleed weapons being completely busted because they bypass resistances for a decent fraction of their damage. We've had oath damage being really strong for like,
yeah, like all these all these other instances of like damage got reduced, but now I want to like try and kill the one that probably also has like insane synergies. Not just because, like, here's the thing: those niche Berserk builds, whatever, right? But really, like the damage multiplier built on top of it, there'd be like so many specific interactions that it doesn't work with lightweight and it doesn't actually apply to damage multiplier, but also when you have one hit of it, that's when it cuts off, and then it still stays on you. But also when you try and use an iframe, like, you see what I'm saying? All these like specific like interaction changes to nerf Berserk in its best state, so that the, like, you see what I mean? Like, that's why I'd rather just like,
maybe
does 10% pen, got it in PvP, but it gets to be a quest talent like Heretics, doesn't take up a talent slot. PvEs get to keep it for something they want to use in PvE. I don't really care if it didn't exist in PvP anymore. I was going to delete the talent. I just considered that I know some PvE builds like to use it, so I'm allowing it to stay by like, okay, well, you get to unlock it as like a heretic sort of thing, which it's still extra. You can still use it if you wish. It's just like, I just don't see what the issue is with making it like it's a very low impact PvP talent because it was going to be deleted. It gets to stay as like something for PvE. Is that really a big issue? I don't know.
I don't think it is. Like, I don't see an issue with it, but I know people that will have issues with it, and speaking for what I'm expecting them to say and trying to find a solution for them, I think that a middle ground could be, so since the issue is people like third partying, quick dropping, etc., maybe making so having Berserk damage on some Berserk damage bonus on someone be a condition that you build up during a fight against that person. So like almost like stacks. Like, let's say you M1 someone and you have the Berserk talent. You M1 them once. If you activate Berserk, you have like one M1's worth of Berserk that you can do true damage, or like half an M1's worth of Berserk. So like land 2 M1s and then you can land one like Berserked M1 that's gonna do true damage in the mode.
Yeah,
like the mode would last.
That was like another idea where it was like it was like basically like you get 25% pen and then you have to stack it up and then pop it or whatever, right? So you can actually get like the full bonus on somebody.
Yeah, I think that could be more interesting. Maybe if it's like,
so you can
maybe if it's like, on a condition of like if when you land a critical uppercut, an aerial attack,
Gives you
flourish, gives you
buff.
like 10. Yeah, it gives you like a 10% buff. Like it doesn't activate on its own. It only activates when you actually like activate Berserk, and it stacks until Berserk is at like max. You know.
One stack of
So you
Vulcan Rage.
something something like that, bro. I guess.
Am I trolling?
So some bullshit like that. But on a
All
similar
right, let me
note,
do this. I'm curious. Let's do a poll. How many people really want me to save Berserk? Please, Agamotsu, do not make it a quest PV time. I want it reworked. Please, Agamotsu. We can do a poll. I'm curious. Save Berserk. Make
or kill Berserk.
reworked instead of quest talents. Save Berserk. Get rid of that shit / quest PV time.
On a similar
Let's
note,
see what the chat has to say, because I think some people that are like, please, maybe they just like turning red. Maybe they just like turning red. They like being Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan's fun.
I'm not
Super
gonna
Saiyan
keep
is
it as is though, chat. The inherent effect is going away, but maybe people want to be able to turn to that. Let's see what chat has to say, because I'm feeling generous today. Fuck it. Let's see what chat has to say. Save Berserk or make it quest PVE.
But on a similar note, since
Yeah.
I've heard you've been like looking to rework Blind Seer, if you're ever gonna do something in Tranquil Circle, please change it to be a tool that you can like turn on and off instead of being a mantra. That thing has no reason to be a mantra.
No. I actually wanted to say as a mantra, but I want it to work against bells. I think that'd be fire.
Why not both? Like we have fucking Formless
Because
as a talent.
I don't think it should be able to. Are you saying you don't want it as a manager because you don't like the fact that it takes an ether, or you don't
No,
like that
I
there's a cooldown to it?
I don't like that it always lasts a certain duration, and you can't control when you start or end it. I feel like it should be an Okay, it sounds bad to say it like that, but then it should be an alternative to like avoiding like ranged attacks. You know, attacks that are coming from like they're gonna like third party you. You should be able to like toggle it and then.
So you see
turn it
somebody
off.
using it instead of parrying, you activate Tranquil and then turn off the Tranquil immediately as another parry, essentially. Or you see someone's using Bell, you activate Tranquil to cancel, and then you get rid of the Tranquil so you can go back using your mantras.
But what I was gonna add on to that, almost like a simple domain, but what I was gonna add on to that, it only works for mantras that are cast outside of the circle.
Bro,
So if someone
I
tries
like the part where they're in your circle and they can't use mantras, bro. That's the cool part. They're in their circle and hey, no, you can't use it either. That's the part. That's like everyone's used to. Here's my thought. I get what you're saying, but I feel like if we could just cancel bells, what I mean is for example, like a Tranquil can cancel like active Camleys or like active TPs or cancel out a sacred. Oh,
okay.
I feel like that would be a solid
I'm curious.
buff.
How would Tranquil Circle cancel an active Comway?
For example, if the portal's up and you walk over the portal, it like goes away. Like how the
people that already got in would.
Yeah, if they're in there, then like they're just in there, right? But if for example, let's just say okay, you see that your boy's I'm low, he pops his Camwy, and has like a long lineup that follows, right? Yeah. And then you pop your Tranquil to like cut off people from chasing him. You see what I'm saying? And then I'll take them, and so you can outplay, help your friend escape there. Or you see that like these guys are trying to escape with the TP, you activate your Tranquil and it cancels the TP. No.
Yeah. That could.
I feel like that'd be a really good you can get really techie with Blind Seer cancels, and it would make Blind Seer like a staple and being able to be like an anti-Bell sort of thing.
But again, that doesn't stop it from making it like something you can turn on and off on command.
Yeah, but I think if it's gonna have the ability to do that, there should be that expected downside of it's gonna last though, right? Like it's not something you could just like flick on to cancel and then okay, it has a cooldown. I like the fact that you have to deal with the fact that you don't have mantras either. You
could make it related to like a resource that your character has, maybe like Ether Posh or something like that. So like, let's say someone throws a mantra at your tranquil circle. Instead of taking the damage for the mantra, you take like posture damage relative to the damage it would have done to you.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if I want to change it, like the base mechanics too much outside of just adding like something new for it. I feel like that's just like trying to change it just to like I feel
What
like
would
honestly
be
like that's my main thing about it. I feel like it just
what would be
doesn't-
an interesting synergy is making it related to your sanity. Since
your
blind seer is all about
sanity.
blind seer is all about
It
your
already
sanity,
costs
isn't it?
sanity to use.
No, that's mind soothe. Mind soothe and
They don't all cost
sightless.
sanity to use.
No, it's
I
just
didn't know
mind
Tranquil.
soothe and
I'll
sightless.
double check that real quick. I didn't know Tranquil was exempt from that.
No, tranquil's free.
Oh, really?
Again, I think that would be interesting to make so like turn on and off tranquil circle at the cost of your sanity. So you can't just like have it on all the time. It'll just like
You're
start
saying
building up insanity on
you can keep it on, but then it drains your sanity. But that's what I'm saying though. You can just like flick it on real quick to do your bidding, then turn it off and like have it take no sanity. Unless you're saying now it activates and it takes a shit ton of sanity to use.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Like activate, it starts draining sanity for like a period of time.
I mean, I can understand that though. If you want to make it like blind, so you're supposed to have sanity, use sanity to use your abilities. How about I'll do a we'll see. Maybe it ends up becoming too busted or something like that. It's too good in ganks. Then maybe I could see something like that.
You kind of gotta agree that at the moment, blind seer kind of dog shit for ganks.
But that's what I'm saying. The bell stuff I feel like would be so fucking so nice.
It would make it more interesting, but it would even then it would just make it like super niche. It wouldn't make it good. It would just make it a specific counter to one thing.
All right. Well, besides that though, I actually just wanted to bring you up for the Berserk stuff.
That's good.
I'll be catching later. All right.
All right.
Peace. 54% of people said save Berserk. And then the other 46%. Damn, that was close. Half, huh? Honestly, I wasn't expecting to be half almost, but save Berserk rework. Oh, brother, potassium fish. If this is not about Berserk, I'm kicking you instantly. I'll let one more person come up. All right, what do you gotta say? I'm giving you like a minute because I kind of want to go move on.
Hey, bro, what? No. Hold on. No.
Like I said, if it's not about Berserk, you out of here, bro. Keep it brief.
Oh yeah, I have some things I actually want to say about Berserk. As most people know, I love esports competitive games. I love Tracer, I love Zen, I love Ana, I love Kiri, I love Overwatch. I love Overwatch. All right. So I love to think of this as, an esport. Like I believe that, we can have esports for Deepwoken. I truly believe that. I've been playing since verse 1. I love the game so much, and overall, fundamentally, it's flawed as shit. It's so flawed. It's unbelievably flawed. Berserk is so flawed. And the reason I do say this is just due to the fact that the main thing is you can okay. Let me say this. Uppercut, Berserk, WW, Kanabo crit.
Go ahead. I'm just acting like the Royal Giant right now.
But like, what are you supposed to do about that? Like, they proc Berserk, and then they start bashing you in with the Kanabo crit. After an uppercut, what are you generally supposed to do about that?
Okay. I thought you were going to defend Berserk. I'm not going to hold you.
I'm not gonna lie. I low key like you gotta put it like I've seen people play light weapon 100 strength. Like, and I think we all know how light weapon is right now. But to furthermore proceed with my debate. Overall, how I would like to keep it is it actually I want to keep it good for Silent Heart, because Silent Heart is like underwhelming, and especially similar to right now, like heavy Silent Heart is like very under in my personal opinion. But just hear me out.
Honestly,
so boom, you start with the stack, right? It could be like, I don't know what it is. I'm not like Berserk fanatic. My apologies for the background. I'm trying to use push talk, but I do unfortunately have to But
I thought that was your roommate. I'm not gonna hold you.
It is. But what's it called? But yeah, you start off with the flat, right? You start off with the flat, right? For instance, depth gank, right? You're on medium, right? Pop it, go in, right? You gotta think of yourself as the tracer in that moment, right? All right, so pretty much, right? Oh, let me just unpop it. No, right? If you unpop it, boom, right? You're at 10%, right? But if you play out, you go down progressively. But when you're at 0, you have to be at 0. Don't think like, oh, like I'm M1ing with heavy, like, oh, crazy damage, I'm getting my shit back, don't matter. That's like Reaper, that's like Reaper from Overwatch, you know what I'm saying? Like you get Siphon. No Siphon. You go to 0, right? With no armor, right? And then you can start stacking that shit up again, right?
Stacking up your armor or your health?
No, you're Berserk. But, if you cancel any time, you will go back to 0.
So you're saying like it's like a bar and it's like dum 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 and then true damage activates like drow and you have like
it's like at the start true damage, right? But everyone in the gank needs to kill you. Why? Because you do the most damage. Like you are a heavy fucking hitter. So you need to get this threat out of here, bro. He's a bigger threat than supports right now, right? And so with that, you have to take it into kind of like, okay, I'm here to boss raid. I'm here to get shit done. I'm here to sustain, right? You can either play like this is the main game right now. You can play passive. You can easily play passive right now, and that's okay. But do you really think you're gonna play passive when 5 people from the same guild versus 5 other people are really gonna like? Are you really gonna like boss raid? That's how I like personally feel about Berserk.
I don't feel like people play Berserk boss raiding though. I feel like it's usually like in a flood type scenario.
Yeah. Like 5v5, you use Berserk. I want it to drain down because you're at a disadvantage. I want you to be targeted because of you can turn it off anytime. But if you do turn it on again, you're not getting like crazy buffs. You're not like you have to like start from where you were. Say for instance like you were at 30, right? You're at 30 and you're like, oh shit, I'm getting my knock it off. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, right? You go down from 30 down, right? And then it gives you like maybe like a 10-second cooldown since you like 10 seconds is a little bit absurd, but like a 5-second cooldown because you turned it off. That you just have to like sit at 0. Because you turned it off before, but you still start at like say for instance 50, and then you go down. Oh shit, I'm getting my shit smacked. Boom, I'm at staple 30, right? Then pop it back on, boom, and then I'm at 0. I have to wait like at least 5 seconds before I start getting stacks again from M1s. So like it doesn't ruin it, but it still makes it good. I don't know how to implement this. It could be with a quest. You could make it into a quest. If you want, but that's just my personal thing.
I just haven't updated it,
bro. I'm not even looking at stream. That's so unfortunate.
Okay, so you are saying like I'm not gonna hold you like that was a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. That sounds like you saying like you still get the buffs, but in order to maintain the buff, you got to get the stacks. Is that correct?
Yes, like at 0, you have to do damage.
But I feel like it's not that hard to do. Like that's what I was saying though. In the scenarios where you have Berserk active, it's not that hard to like. In ones, I see you active. I'm just gonna play hella passive and hold block and just like fucking beast spur away, and like it runs out. But like if it's a 2v1 and somebody's focused on somebody else, and I whack them with Berserk like with 2 M1s, then I'm gonna start getting my shits back, and then like I've already had the true damage hits there. And especially if it turns off after you don't get stacks, like I can just get my true damage hits and then like fuck off so I can get it turned off, right? Like
no. Like you start where you okay. Okay. I don't know what it's like true damages, but I'm guessing it's like 50 or some absurd shit right now, or probably 40 realistically. Berserk. But
you're saying how much Wait, what do you mean? Like how much an M1 with true damage does?
No. Like how much the bonus is. But from that bonus,
it makes you ignore all armor. You do essentially like 100% pen.
Damn. With 100 strength.
So like if you did, so like I'll give you an example, right? Let's just say somebody has like 30. No, let's say someone did like I don't know 60 damage with an M1, right? They hit you really hard. They have some damage multiplier on, and you had 50 armor. Maybe that can go down to like 30 damage. You do the full 60.
All right. I get the big picture.
So like you see what I'm saying, right? Like I hop into a gank with crazy slots medium with Berserk, and I see my homie fighting somebody, so I wait in a bush. Boom! I jump out, hit him with the aerial with like a feint, of masters that I hit him with another one, and then I masters flourish him into the wall, and then he's like guard broken for a second, then I hit him with 2 more M1s. I just did, what is it, maybe, let's say,
40%.
I mean,
30?
probably did a shit ton with that, right? And then boom, I start running away with adrenaline. I get like, I pop adrenaline surge, I hop into the water, with my lightweight buff, I swim
Got the
away,
dash as well.
and then nobody can touch me.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, right? See, that right there, if you were the nigga who got hit by that shit, you'd be like, fuck this game, bro.
Yeah, I get what you're putting
like
out,
at least if I had 50% fizz, that shit would have been literally cut in half.
Yeah, yeah.
And now, even though I try and chase the motherfucker with Berserk, either A, he's already iframed, he's already run away with mobility match, he's already gone, or B, his teammate is blocking me out from fighting him.
Okay, well, what I did say though.
So you see what I'm saying? That's
like
so I'm not. It's not like I'm opposed to. It's just that the instant true damage activation. It just
that
feels like
true.
a bit much. Even if you're proccing on a motherfucker, it's like it would just depend. There'd have to be like a lot of conditions. You proc it on one person, but it has a duration, so it falls off. But then it still says 100% PVE, and it's like all this shit, bro. For what? Do these builds truly need this extra damage? Most of these builds already deal a lot. High strength builds fucking hurt, bro. It's not like they're low damage warriors that need the berserk buff. No, they usually have damage multipliers, dog. They usually already can do good damage. And now they're doing even more damage with it's not like you're a charisma, willpower, fist player throwing now fucking pillow punches. These niggas have crazy loss. These niggas have heavy. They are fucking your ass up, big dog. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's like now.
Wait, please. Okay, thank you. Just one thing. I did say that I only want it to be for Silent Heart though, because Silent Heart lacks mobility, and it just does. It has like good like medium, like you said, crazy slots with Silent Heart. That would be good, but you lack mobility. So like, say for instance, you get a grab bell, you're fucked, bro. You're fucked.
What does Silent Heart have to do with the shits here, bro? Are you saying Berserk needs to stand for Silent Heart?
I'm saying make it limited to Silent Heart. You could do something with it,
it's a Silent Heart buff.
make it 10 for like people with attunements. But I would like it for like I would like that specific for Silent Heart. Because like, it's like like you could use it.
Silent Heart.
Because hey bro, because at the end of the day, Silent Heart's ass. Silent Heart is like really ass.
Silent Heart's ass. This is why chat. Look, I'll be honest, chat. This is why sometimes I just want to only work on new content, chat. I can't lie. This is why I love making PvE content. I love it. And you'll see with this update. You'll see with this update. I've been putting love into PvE. I've been putting love into PvE.
That's fine.
He said he's just mad because he got
okay. Another thing I do want to talk about. Do you know that Hidden Blade confirms Sightless Beam?
I can fix that. Wait, hold on.
No, don't fix it. Please, I love my LFT, but please.
Remember what I told you at the start, though.
Yeah, but okay, but.
Yeah. Don't nerf Berserk. Wait, let me bring up these two guys. All right, 2v1, bro. Don't nerf Berserk. Y'all double team. What's up, man?
Yo.
Number one, just don't nerf Berserk.
Give me a reason. What's up?
I mean,
you are the final reps, by the way. After this convo, I'll decide. So you guys better put up some points. I need to be convinced.
It doesn't need a nerf, bro. It's not even problematic, bro. Come on.
Why?
I mean, the 10% pen, you can get through that, but like, it's either way. It doesn't like give you any big advantage.
I was about to say
unless you're like hyping.
So you're saying that Berserk does not give you any advantage?
I mean, technically it does, but like...
Technically it does. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me why me doing true damage to somebody does not give me an advantage?
I mean, they're doing the same thing to you, no?
If they hit you?
Yeah. It's the same for them, though. If I hit them, they're gonna take 2 damage.
Did the other person want to say something, by the way, before I continue?
No.
Wait, hold on. No. Wait, one thing.
Continue.
Come on, bro. Can you just nerf roll M1, bro, on hyping, please?
No other topics. Defend Berserk, bro. You can't just convince me by saying, bro, they can do true damage to you too. My entire point I was bringing up, the example I gave, was the fact that in these scenarios, people are abusing the fact that they can instantly get that true damage and then avoid having to stay around. It'd be a different thing if all mobility was gone and they lost the lightweight buff and they also had to stick around. You see what I'm saying? But you see, the issue is when using a gank scenario, right? It's very easy to avoid the downside, but you can instantly get the upside, especially in a team fight where being low can sometimes, that's wrapped. I'll give you an example. If I do 2 bars to somebody with Berserk, that means their mobility mantras are also nerfed by 2 bars. I can run away easier in that scenario. I don't have to engage with the person I just fucked up with Berserk, right? In a fair 1v1 scenario, if it's Chime, yes. But even then, right? Even then, you are engaged in a 1v1 scenario, right? I can understand that argument existing for other things, but being able to instantly ignore all armor on a button press, right, in a gank scenario is so hard to tune in the right direction and would require so many different things I have to mitigate, remove, just to keep the true damage. And my question to you is, do most of these builds even really need the extra true damage to be effective? Most strength builds, people would argue, can actually do pretty well with high strength. High strength is not a weak build in this game. So unless you're trying to argue maybe they go 80 pre-shrine for Berserk and they're trying to make an Akuma build where they have Fist, Black Flame, and they want to go Berserk for like a roleplay build. But in most scenarios with Berserk, those guys are usually doing a shit ton of extra damage. Maybe I could see at most, maybe if the person you're fighting has more than one combat tag or it's a combat tag related thing. So it literally can only be used in fair ones. But my point was, like, even in that scenario, right? The person, like, what I'm trying to say is the person can avoid the downside. So if you want to make an argument to me, give me another downside that can actually feel like an efficient downside that isn't as easily avoidable. See what I mean?
Yeah.
To argue for the
I get
true
your
damage.
point. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm suggesting, like, you guys go ahead. Like, let me know, because that's my issue. Like, maybe you're like, okay, the downside can be, right, maybe when you pop Berserk, right? Maybe it's like, it's almost like you activate a sort of like a duel. Actually, no, never mind, bro. I give up. Y'all go ahead and do my work.
Nice. It sounds cool, but like the only reason I'm popping Berserk is to run away, bro. That's the only reason.
So y'all use it to run away.
Yes, bro.
I mean, yeah, because like Berserk, it looks strong, but like the actual like mechanics of it, if you like think about it, it keeps it balanced, right?
Which mechanics specifically?
Like the pen.
zero armor?
Yeah. Like all that.
Bro, the 0 armor for you can even be a buff, though. It procs those 2 talents that give you 10% damage resistance, and it gives you the speed buff. It's not even a full downside. Am I missing something here?
What if you parry, though? Hello?
What if you parry? What if you parried Eclipse Kick and Shard Bow, you know? Like, that's what people still want them shits nerfed, right? Sometimes you just hit out of the blue with the shits. Or it's used in an unfair scenario. So I'm trying to tone it down. But with Berserk, to me, right, the way I feel about Berserk, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, even with something like Eclipse Kick, it's such a unique mantra for Shadow that it's like, I can understand why, like, it's like, it's such a different move in comparison. But Berserk builds, they exist on builds that already get extra pen and pen uncap and have very high damaging mantras with piercing blow, letting you have instances of true damage already. I mean, I'm nerfing that as well for a reason, but you kind of see what I'm saying, right? It's like they already have a lot. I don't mind keeping some of the strong things about strength there, which is why I don't think those other talents need to be removed. That's fine for them to exist. But it's like, you see what I'm saying? If it was something that was like on charisma or willpower, I would understand it a lot more. That's my main thing. It's like, A, the way it's used kind of feels unfair in most scenarios, but B, it's more of like a thing of like these builds already are like the insane damage dealing builds, and that's where you usually see the clips on TikTok or on Metal thrive the most because these builds already have a shit ton of stuff. I don't know. That's just my thoughts though. It's like I feel like they already have options to deal much more pen to have an ability for them to just instantly turn off. It's gonna force them to play weird to use it. It's not even something that can be like in a valid 1v1 scenario. Like I said, that's the thing. It's like I don't know, bruh. Aga bouncing based on Swizz clips. Truth is, bro, a lot of bouncing can be based on community reaction on certain things, right? Like, look at any of the clips of like paralytic dust into like a clips kick, right? That shit gets popular. People, you know, it's not really surprised that it ends up kind of getting nerfed because you literally see people lose like 2 bars in like a few seconds, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what I can really do to justify that. Like maybe you get like at most, that's what I said, like a rework could be like you build it up, and instead like you guys both have to start building it up. It's just I don't know, bro. That's what I'm thinking. It's like
Can't there just be like a damage cap total of like true damage?
well,
Like
that's what I heard from
True,
somebody
that's true.
else. But my point was most of that when people use Berserk, they are already most of the time not completely engaging because they know the downside exists and they would rather not get hit while using Berserk, right? So they run away after they get their big 2 damage, 3 damage hits in. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like if
Yeah.
I add a true damage cap, I hit the true damage cap, I'm hitting the jets. I'm hitting water, I'm hitting mobility mantra, portals, smoke screen. And now it's like, dude, where'd this guy go? He's in Berserk. I don't know. Or he's like, he's in the
Okay,
water.
but what's
You
the
gotta time
problem
that
if he's
bitch.
running? You don't need to like chase it though. Like you don't need to chase him in the water. Like what?
But you see what I'm saying though, right? It's like that guy just did 1.5 to 2 bars to you because of the
Yeah,
fact that they did true damage to you, right? Is that
sure.
and like I said, these are on builds that also have strong mantras. So like they will hit you with a mantra M1 combo that can do that much damage. It's like, do you see what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, sure, you can not chase them, but now you're like down 2 bars against another person, or like I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Maybe you could.
It's like a high risk, high reward talent, like in my opinion. But like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. But
No, you go ahead. I mean, maybe are you trying to argue that like the risk to take that opportunity to sneak or jump somebody is like it's not as you don't see it that often, right? That's
yeah,
what I'm just trying to say though. It's like people will here's what I'm trying to say. Like these builds can gank without Berserk just fine. If Berserk did not exist, most of these builds using Berserk would not be gutted, is what I'm trying to say. Berserk is not that much of a crutch for people that if it were to be removed, that now these builds they have to wipe. To most of these times in these scenarios, Berserk serves as another way in those specific scenarios to do a bunch of extra damage and to confirm grips even harder. That's why I say it's like a punch down sort of talent, right? If you do have the opportunity to jump and invade somebody's 1v1, team fight, sneak somebody, right? These builds are, you see what I'm saying, right? It's not as if it's like something that, oh, now Berserk is removed, my build is completely gutted, because most people we watch, you probably see, they don't really just run Berserk all the time. They usually pop it once a fight, right?
Sure. Yeah.
like you would like
I mean,
increase the
it's a
cooldown
quick
time.
drop talent though. So
It is a quick drop talent. It's funny because
yeah.
I think you could actually I'd actually would argue that even with it doing 10% more pen, even with it doing 10% more pen, I would not be shocked if there was still an instance of somebody doing exactly what I just said, just to get an extra 10%, just to do more damage and still run away in the water with it, right? Which is why I was originally thinking about just like deleting it, because it would have
But
to have all these
the
caveats
running,
to balance.
why can't you just get rid of like lightweight and the penetration?
But you see what I'm saying though, right? It's like that the whole point is that the risk there is supposed to be the fact that they take true damage, right? And also I wanted to keep it for PvE guys. That's why as well. Because I think in PvE, I actually think it's like, okay, when like a lot of fights, the ability to run away is, depending on the box you're fighting, it's like sometimes you just get like they have moves that will hit you from far away, right? Look at like Curse Champ, for example, or Enmity. Maybe like if you're fighting that motherfucker, like you can get hit as you're running away a lot of the times, right? And taking true damage from PvE hits is like, dude, that could fuck you up real bad. So that's why I was like, I wanted to really heavily, like, basically almost remove in PvP entirely and just make it a PvE quest talent. Which I feel like would be, you know, I was like, okay, the PvEs get to keep it as like an option. Because I know for PvE, it's like, it's kind of cool to have that high risk, high reward. It's just on PvP, it kind of falls to, like, if there was only 5e5s or 1s, I can understand. But to me, at least, I just don't know if it's something that really needs to be like its own. I don't know if these builds even need it to begin with. I actually would rather even change its requirements. Something else,
But
bro.
like the
Even though that
talent
makes
boost you're
sense.
talking about, is it gonna have like 80 strength, or is it gonna stay like 0?
It'll say the same Rex. It'll probably be some NPC you talk to. If you don't have heavy strength, you're too weak. If you do have it, boom, you do the quest. You get
Yeah, but like if you just get rid of lightweight penetration and like other talents that goes like crazy with it, then it's gonna be fair, then, no?
Wait, hold up. This guy suggested something that was interesting. What do you make Mosaic more effective based on health? The lower your health, the more effective it is.
But that'll be a very high risk, high reward type shit.
That would be extremely
Exactly.
high risk, high reward. Because then you actually have to be low, and your mobility would be reduced.
But then all your armor is like removed.
No, I have an idea. Actually. Let me do this. Okay? Because I know people want me to save Berserk. But they can understand why it's like, okay, how about this, right? I'll commit to a rework. Fine, I won't be lazy. I'll do this. You get to pop Berserk, and its effectiveness is like that. However, what I'm going to change up, instead of the armor thing, I'm just going to make it reverse. What do I mean? Instead of it reducing your armor to 0, it's going to instead just make you take true damage, similar to what you do to other people. And then it scales off your HP. So if you're full HP, no extra pen.
But would this apply to PvE as well?
Nah, we can keep it. It's 100% in PvE, unless people think it's valid, regardless. But I think it's like, okay, now it's like it gets the last stand Super Saiyan LARP in there. You know what I mean? And it gets rid of lightweight and the damage buff it gets. And on top of that, if you're low, you have less mobility anyway, so you might be able to catch the motherfuckers.
Yeah. The main thing about it is like it procs lightweight and like other talents, the Iron Sing one as well.
It does.
Yeah. Like you can have a like 25% speed boost and 10% damage buff if you have both the talents. I think that's broken. You should just get rid of the talents. Not like go crazy with them.
Just nerf the talents, maybe.
No, I don't think the talents needs a nerf. I think it's fine for. I actually think it's actually kind of. Yeah, have you ever made a you know that Echo modifier that makes you have 0 armor?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever made a that Echo modifier plus a Flame Within build with Flame Worshipper?
No.
Nope.
Try it out, man. You get the 10% damage, you get the speed boost, and then with Flame Worshipper, you get the 25% DR if you have Flame on. You have to be careful for the counters, and then you get like 35% damage reduction. And the speed boost. Pretty nice. I think you should give it a shot.
So did you have any other suggestions?
I guess that's what I can do.
I thought you could change it.
We'll see how it feels. All right, chat. I'll let you guys win today. You guys, good job. You guys have convinced me. Are you proud?
Yes.
Are you happy that Berserk is not completely calm?
Yes, bro. I don't want it like fully gutted.
That much.
Okay. I'll be catching you later.
Alright.
See you, bro.
See ya.
All right. I'm gonna make it scale 1 to 1 though. So if you're half health, it's like 50%. However, I'm not making it go above cap. You have to actually invest for that. All right, let's get to business. Let's get to business. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Hold on. Puss. Is it this thing? Let me look at this. That's what it is. Hold on. Wow, yeah, exposed durability does work on this shit. Oh well, let me get rid of it. Why is bro feeling like Mahito? Because I love playing as Mahito in ABA. God, hitting a black flash is just so satisfying. I fucking love ABA. I don't really play rank too much. I play pubs, but he's motherfucking busted. I fucking love that. I need to add some shit like that, bro, in Deep, or like you can hit like flow. Wait, what if I change up Salheart to have like flow state instead of it being like just a straight buff? Like if you're playing well and you don't get hit a lot, then you hit like flow state, and then you get a silent flash. And remove flow state wind up buffs, but bring it back to the M1. But then when you hit like the flow state flash, you get all the buffs again for like 10 seconds. And it's like, boom! Like you put away your weapon and you actually hit him with your fist. Flow state. And then for like 10 seconds, you get the buff damage and buff like shits. So in order to actually get the buff Silent Heart shit, you have to be actually in a flow state with your base kit instead of just having the shits be like, you press it and then you just get it. Instead, no, now you actually have to like, you have the shit kit and then if you had a flow state flash and it'll be like, parryable, but it'll be like, boom, does big damage, and then you get the buff. That way, base Silent is no longer like crazy unreactable medium mayhem, which I know catches 99% of the player base off guard. I mean, it'll be tough. It's going to be basically like old Silent. It's going to be like, you know, them shits are slow. Like the base moves are fucking slow as shit. And so you're going to have to rely on your M1s a lot and fainting the mantras. You're going to have to be real crafty with it. But if you don't get hit a lot and you keep doing damage, ooh, boy, that shit gonna fuck you. Gonna be in a good mood when you hit the flow state flash, bro. And then there you go, boom. Silent Heart reworked. You know, all the chuds are happy, all the jits are happy, all the push up. I don't know if Silent Hearts will be happy, but they will be happy when they hit a flow state flash. And now it's like, dude, now you gotta survive like a flow state Silent Heart. I'm fucking around, bro. I'm fucking around too much. So I love being a dev, though. I can just fuck around. But some people think that's actually what I'll do. Who knows? It's not our most reworked thing of all time. Yeah, it is. Who cares anymore, bro, at this point? A1 was talking about the Silent Heart extinction event, though. Jokingly, but still. Who cares, bro? Return to the M1. I think if I were to do Silent Heart, I don't know about literally a flow state flash, but I think at least it would be more return. I think people want. I don't know if the Silent Hearts want that, but returning to the M1 is you know, I mean that was old Silent Heart, and people glazed old Silent Heart nowadays. You know how many people do that, chat? They glaze old Silent Heart. Okay, let's change this. Actually, no, which is it. Where those one strength nerfs at Brody? We need that update. I'm tired of taking through our combos. I mean, Piercing blow got a nerf. 50% matcher pen, and then it's 25 if you're under rec. I mean, like that's a pretty solid nerf. I don't want to do a crazy amount of shits to it. I just think the stuff that is necessary. You know, I think that's valid. Coxen. Okay, does that work? Oh, wait, let me do this. Hold on. Perfect, perfect. Coxen. Does it not work on BB? Odd. So I'm gonna turn down the volume of that. That shit is so fucking loud. Wait, let me see what the sound usually is. Yeah, we can turn that down. So loud for no reason. So uncivilized. Okay. Berserk rework. Easy. All right. I guess I let the Jits win, bro. Jits win. All right. Berserk rework. Berserk now no longer gives the user automatic true damage, but instead gives extra pen based on how much health you have. This pen does not go above the pen cap unless you have million time piercer. Critical attacks also stay at 10% bonus pen. Pen and PvE light attacks, or I guess I'll say it, light attacks still have 100% pen against PvE. Talents no longer give your armor also no longer given. Or is no longer set to 0, meaning it no longer rocks. Lightweight and talents related. What else? I think. Oh, let me actually make sure that happens on the Berserk shit itself. Let me see where armor is. Just gonna. All right, sounds good to me. I'll push that and make sure testers are on that. Make sure that works. What was the music you're playing? Are you talking about? Or are you talking about the boom boom? Wait, I didn't play that. Oh, that is Objection 2004 a cappella. The original Objection 4 sounds like this. Oh wait, I had the thing muted. Whoops. And then the a cappella one is like this. Such a classic, bro. Anywho, what else do we have? Well, we got to do some good stuff today, man. What else do we have? Is that all the big nerfs I kind of wanted? Ooh, so fire. Good job. Good job, contractors. Good job. All right. Is there anything else crazy, chat? You know what? Let's see what Deepwoken General has to say. Let's see what these niggas talking about, man. Let's see what Deepwoken and no flooding Deep General. Let's see. Let's see. I got pinged a few times. Nothing really going on. I think that's some pretty big stuff. Yeah, Blood Run nerfs, Gale nerfs, Quick Drop. That's like every like casual player. I always hear them saying that. I'm just talking for the sake of talking. Oh yeah, Vision Shaper. I forgot I was gonna give that a wind up. Right. Yeah. I guess I can get to that. Somebody needs. Hold on, let me stand up and stretch. Ooh, boy. Whew. Stretch it out a little bit, man. Leg. Right, yeah, I went on a crazy hike, man. It actually wasn't that crazy, but still. That shit tired me the fuck out, man. That shit was straight incline. I mean, goodness gracious. All right. Okay. Let me look at. All right. Sorry, I missed some donos. Whoops. Sorry about that. What did I miss? What did I miss? Jesus, bro. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry for missing all these. Thanks for the 9 from VC Valk. Buff Big Brother's critical tracking is so ass. I saw the problem. Thank me with a mods, but make it have Valve Iron tracking. Valve Iron tracking. What was it? What was the tracking like? Maybe I can make it like I mean that might be a little strong. Make it more akin to like Metal Fake Out. But I also don't know because that might make it really strong. Enchantable, I don't know about that, but critical tracking could do. Thank you for the $40, man. My name is not important. True. 286. Thanks for the 40. Expanding. Did you send it twice on accident, dog? Yo, did you mean to do that? Expanding off the judgment for Shotgun Crit, we do more session crit. Could you make it apply reviewing the stacks? Some hits go behind. Go behind block, nigga. You crazy, man, dog. You crazy. Some hits go behind 360 block. Yo, somebody in chat said, yeah, you're not getting your money back. No. 360 block, huh? I mean, bro, a buff already, though, is like, I mean, I'm already giving it the Shatter Katana. Is that really a weapon that needs a crit, though? Or like a crit buff? I feel like there's so many other weapons that could get a talent. Let's see what general chat is saying. These motherfuckers not bad, man. Plus, I saw Inu use Shatter Katana in his ganking video. It's not like it's never used. Nerf Tacit Dropkick? I did, actually. I nerfed its cooldown. Its cooldown was like fucking so little, I think. Hold on, let's see. Tacit Dropkick. Let's see what the cooldown was. It was 8 seconds. I made it 22. Gulp. Thanks for the 5. Can you reconsider adding Return to the Dark Ages? No. Managers do crazy damage. Now, I actually don't even know, like, there are some managers that do a lot, but those are more outliers. I think it's actually pretty calm. I think, honestly, some M1 builds really fucking hurt these days. I'll gladly take the damage. Some moves don't do 2 bars anymore. Yeah, I don't know about that bit now. Thanks for the 2, though. Or for the 5. Like I said, I do think it's outliers more than other shits. Fox Alchemist pots are Dilling and Ether. You know I'm adding new pots, right? New potions being added. Yep. New potions. With new effects. Yep. I know potion community has been starving, so I'll give them some stuff. No, it won't be super crazy. Don't worry. But some new potions. You can blame Terraria. Ain't nobody using new potions. Never say never, bro. I also might change up how the potion system works. I was considering having it like, okay, each potion has their own cooldown, but it's a long cooldown. Like I'm talking like a few minutes. But they have their own cooldown, right? Then I can change some of the effect values if they're too weak based on they having their own cooldown. But then there isn't like a shared cooldown between them. Maybe like a small like 5-second one like Rogue. But then after that, it's like now they just have their own CDs, which I think would be nice because then you could have like multiple shits. Potion sickness is more like it would be massively reduced. It wouldn't scale anymore. It would just be like 5 seconds. And then there would be potion sickness for individual potions. We'll see though, because that could also be like, here's the thing, right? It would have to be like the way potions work is that you can combine. It's not like Rogue where it's like, oh, you went one thing and then you have its own potion. No, they have like combined shits. So I'd have to make it where if you use an ingredient, that ingredient specifically goes on cooldown and it checks to see the ingredients of your potion to see if you can drink it or not. Which could be interesting because then it's like, okay, if you have spider eggs, right? You can't put spider eggs in every potion you make because, right? Because that means the spider egg's on cooldown, you can't drink it back to back. So you would have to be a little bit more creative with what you put in different potions, right? I don't know if that's cooking though. I don't know if that's cooking. So that's something I want to do later on. Add more time, and I'm done with like the main stuff I want to do for Boundary. But yeah, that's what I thought about because I wanted to add new potions, and people tell me that healing potions are too good for you to use anything else. Make old movement, make like a 40 agility town or something. What about old movement specifically? Thanks for the 5. I have a couple of things I want to talk about balancing. Key drag, call you up in the VC. I think my balancing is very valid. Couple of things. I'll think about that. I'll think about that. I don't want pay to win. I don't want pay to win. I'd rather bring somebody random. I appreciate the 5 though. Venus 999. Bring back spike traps. Fuck spike traps. That shit was horrible. Thanks for the 2. Revert RA to 40%. Honestly, I might do that. I'm not gonna lie. I think reinforced armor. I think fortitude is on the weaker side right now. It's kind of, it's like shrug, you know. But I'll see. I mean, I feel tanky with it though. I can't lie. I'll think on that. Thanks for the 5 Canadian. Can we have a quick discussion about gank balancing stuff like quick draw, build, mobility is just insane, drag me up. Honestly though, a lot of that stuff has been nerfed though, man. I can't lie. A lot of that stuff has been nerfed. Maybe they're like specific combos or specific builds that still are really crazy with it. But it's not as if there hasn't been nerfs towards most of that stuff. At least in general. Thanks for the 2 axe and flow weapon? Maybe. Not like it can't get more though. Can we buff eroding potions they barely give wither? I think the fear was that we were fearful of like those potions being extremely busted because they used to give you a shit ton of wither. You know, make RA 40%. It's only on the weaker side because pen reduction does nothing to true damage. Fairs. Thanks for the 2. Make air counter requirement for agility, man. A requirement for agility? What do you mean? Like base air counter? I feel like base air counter is fine. You know, let's after taking a look in here, let's see what Deepwoken info has to say. Let's see what these niggas are talking about in here, man. Yo, who the fuck tested Rhyme Breakers? Yo, Rhyme Breakers is fucking people up. Okay, who's going crazy on Rhyme Breakers, bro? Let's see what else they're talking about here. Ban these guys from donos. Oh, they hate on chat. Ooh, they hate on the nigga who talked about the Shadow Katana 360 thing. I mean, fairs. Agumatsu is not a good game balance. Okay, they're not a good game balancer. Let's see. The devs made high strength ass because the game is ran by mages and medium players. Oh, brother. Yo, you can't get away with nothing, bruh. I nerf mages, I nerf medium mantras. And now I want to nerf high strength, and now people are saying high strength is going to be ass, huh? Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Yo, you can have you have an outfit that is specifically buffing the strongest part. Giving extremely good synergy to strength builds. Giving your strong left an insta guard break. Bro, that talent is crazy, bro. It used to be extremely even more busted. Let's see what else these niggas talking about, bro. Talking about, oh, there's a nigga talking about Permafrost Prison. Ooh, yeah, Permafrost Prison is kind of mid. Yeah, chat, they're on your ass, chat. Yo, come on, chat, you gotta tee up. You gotta tee up. Let's see what else they're talking about here. Whole lot of yap. Whole lot of yap. What are we gonna do? Let's see what else they're talking about. Maybe media has something better. Nope, they just post some bullshit. Oh, yeah, I'm getting pings in general. Let's see what these guys have to say. Can we get Glacial Arc gutted? Ooh, Glacial Arc gutted. I swear that shit wasn't working for like half a year. Now it's back, huh? Classic. Auto Scream can cancel full heal. It's always been able to do that. Are you talking about the new shits though? I think it might need a bigger cooldown though. We can probably agree on that. I'm the agility talent guy. I'm saying revert the movement to early verse 2 climbing and whatnot for 65 agility. I wonder if we did a poll, how people would feel today about Valorant movement. I'm curious about that. Agmatsu, delay, update random BS. Ooh, bro, I love me some slander, bro. You got it. This is a good piece. Buff my dev spec. New AI. Rare equals failure. Break everything. New legendary. Yo, when was the last time we got a new legendary? This could be a little better. Update random BS, fair. Delay, fair. Curse Gear 2, that's more rag. New legendary, nah. Break everything. Honestly, not even. There hasn't really been much things that have been really broke everything. It's been a while since we had that. New AI, yeah, maybe more Arc. Arc is the one who's usually touching up that stuff. Rare equals fair. Even then, I kind of, bro, the last rare equals fair thing I dropped was how long ago? Maybe Exotic Hide. Before that, either named weapons or like I don't know, maybe fucking maybe you could argue World Serpent part. Buff my dev spec. I don't have any dev specs. That gets like a 3 out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's layer 3. True. 3 out of 9. It could be a little better. The slant, I'll give it a B plus because I love art. W art. Let's see what else people have here. Revert movement back to before. You know what I think? Honestly, I'm curious about this. I think what would be interesting is seeing shit before what's it called? Shit before momentum. That'd be interesting to see. That's an eye. 4 talents to reduce true damage. Not impossible. Bone attunement for Hollow Tide. Ooh, themed. Flame plus Dress Creator Legendary, maybe. Not impossible. Thanks for the 5. Debate on Corrupt Reaper, Tranquil Circle, Corrupt Run It Back, needing nerfs. Corrupt Reaper, Tranquil Circle, and Run It Back, needing nerfs? Corrupt Reaper, Tranquil Circle, and Run It Back? Are you saying that just to bait me into dragging you in, bro? What the hell? Those are they really? Corrupt Reaper is really putting pause on motherfuckers. Is it the healing? Can we get more food? It ranks kind of low, but I'm curious. I might just drag them up. Tranquil Circle nerf. What does Deepwoken info have to say about Tranquil Circle nerf? Let's see what Deep info and Deepwoken in general have to say. Let's see what these guys have to say. Is that valid, chat? I'm looking at both. Please don't touch blinds here. Tranquil Circle buff. That's what I'm saying. This guy who's donating talking about nerfs. I'm like, nerfs? I was gonna buff this shit. Why are we talking about nerfs? Tranquil Circle is too good. Who is saying this, bro? Let's see. I don't know, man. I think they're saying it's not it, bro. They're saying it's not it. Chat. Yeah, honestly, I think we got some. We'll see how it is. Maybe we just need to see how things are. I'll do Tranquil Circle buff. Outside of that though, like there's probably some other ideas, but I think we got a lot of the good shits there. You know, got a lot of the good shits down. No, there's probably some like specific things, like specific bills that are like broken, but outside of that, now I'm just seeing like kind of buffs. Maybe weapon talent ideas. All right, let's see what else we have. Let's read normal chat, bro. Puff Permafrost Prison. Oh, brother. Someone said you've been at that for an hour. That is some niggas are dedicated. I'll give you that. I think it ends early. It's probably bugged. It was supposed to be buffed. It has like a 3-minute, 4-minute cooldown. It's supposed to be like just like you keep being able to use it and it's large, but it's like a big cooldown. Rework Purple Cloud. Rework Purple Cloud. I mean, it's strong. I don't know. Let me debate you on Shardbow. NOK, Bloodless Gem cooldown, passive healing, effectiveness, critical, and temp HP. I will convince you. I don't want to debate, bro. Shardbow, okay. NOK? Maybe I saw the Eden video of him using it. Bloodless Gem cooldown, bro. I have not seen anyone complain about that. Passive agility, fairs, crit heal, and temp HP. Bro, crit heal is a set bonus from a face, like it's like a face mask item or earrings item and pendant. Like, no, I don't know, but it needs a more effectiveness and temp HP. Maybe. It needs fixes. Interesting. You can be immortal on Tranquil Circle. I'm down to explain it. All right, what's your user, bro? I'll give you 1 minute to explain it. And then I'm going to let Deepwoken Info judge you. That's right. They will be the judge. Jury and executioner. What's your user, bro? Sure you. Okay. And if you want some bullshit, it's raps. Hold on. Okay, music still works. So I think still works. All right, buddy. You've interested me. Let's bring you up. Hold on. Yeah, open my Discord. Why is it not bringing you up? There we go. All right, go ahead. Convince me.
All right, let me just mute stream for myself real quick. But basically, I saw this from Hat Leader. You haven't at it, but if you run Corrupt, Run It Back, and Tranquil Circle, if you go low cooldown variant on Run It Back, they share a cooldown. So you could just pop Corrupt, Run It Back, and then Tranquil Circle, and then infinitely siphon yourself. And because M1 builds are busted, you just don't need mantras. So you're just like OD tanky, and you just like basically don't die because Corrupt, Run It Back is just you can't die while in it. And then you just pop a Tranquil, wait for your reset.
So you're saying he's going from basically what's it called? Tranquil Circle into Run It Back into Tranquil Circle into Run It Back.
Yeah, and you could just spam that shit. Like,
how does he do with like the M1 builds though?
You do it on the M1 builds because with Tranquil you can't really pop mantras like that. So if
no, but I'm saying, but what about you're saying like the Run It Backs take care of the M1 builds as well?
Yeah. So it take like Run It Back, you just don't. It's like reduced damage, no? Or like in Corrupt, I think you just don't take damage at all. Like it's just a time limit.
You never took damage with the Run It Back. It was just more like. So you're saying is this the Corrupt version?
Yeah.
What's the downside he's using?
I don't know. I think it could be literally any downside. It's just he said it to me. I don't know if he himself is using it. I just know that I just know you can do it, and I know that it exists.
So, but we haven't seen anyone on the field actually try it out.
I think in DCL right now, I think Yuskers is trying to run it, but I don't know.
All right.
I'm saying that as someone who's on his team, but I don't know
if he's going to actually run it. If it really is that crazy and it's giga busted and it comes out and everyone's talking about it, sure. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't feel like that's not even a Tranquil Circle thing. Yeah. Like,
when I say like a nerf though,
is it like a specific Run It Back Bell point combo that makes it super duper low? Like,
you just need the Run It Back that has the lowest cooldown because there's one that rolls at like 16 seconds. Yeah, but like you still get all the upsides of Corrupted. You just get a lower cooldown. But the only thing I asked for as a nerf is literally just like its cooldown getting increased, so you can't like infinitely cycle it.
Cycle the two. Okay.
What happened?
You're saying the cooldown to one of them, so you can't cycle the two of them.
Yeah, just so you can't cycle it. That's literally all I want. I don't care which one it is. It's just. And then for Corrupt Reaper, because I mentioned that earlier, they just needs to get changed so that like if you don't actually depth send them, it's reduced healing. Because I'm on a Flame Blood Mange right now with a Blind Seer Ring, and then you just stack 50% damage or healing intake on that too, and like one Flame Repulsion heals you like a bar and a half. Like it's just okay.
Are you talking about what you said with what's it called? Reaper? Sorry, I did not hear you.
Yeah. So Corrupt Reaper, you don't need to send them the depths to get the buff of it, and you can just go damage downside, so it cancels. And if like I'm on a Flame Mage right now, so if you run that with a Blind Searing and Flame Repulsion, you just heal like an absurd amount. Like the healing.
But you need a grip to proc that. It only lasts 30 seconds now.
You just need the up buff. Like if you're in Song Seeker, you could just Reaper or Song Seeker. NPC,
so you're saying the Song Seekers let you get the healing buff, and it's too busted.
Yeah, and because you don't depth send anyone, you still get the healing buff too. Like even if you do Reaper actual person, you still get the 50% healing increase.
This is interesting. Like I said, I'll look into this more if I end up seeing more people report about it and talk about how like crazy busted it is. Because
yeah,
outside of like Shard Bow, I've heard honestly nerfs for like half the bells in this game. And I don't know if I want to like nerf a bell entirely off of one specific interaction. I feel like I don't know. You could argue like that. I mean, that's what kind of makes that gives Corrupt Reaper an actual use. Because I don't know if you recall, but before that buff, it was never used. People just logged and like
I
shit
don't
like that.
Yeah, I get that. It's just I don't know the way I see it. Like literally, all it is just if it doesn't depth send them, then like it's say instead of like 50%, it's 25%. So it's like you still get a buff, but it's not like useless because it's just.
You're arguing
It
that
just
you
has
shouldn't
too
be
much
instead.
synergy.
Maybe you could just argue that it's 25% if you get it off of PVE.
Or that too. That works as well.
But like I said,
It's
if
just-
it actually ends up being something people bring up more often and they're talking about it's like crazy, then okay.
Yeah. And then there's one other thing that's like a bug, but for whatever reason, Warden's Blades is anchored to your character. And if you like spin around in a circle, you could just back hit a person with it. It's weird. That's just I don't know if that's known or not, but like
For which thing?
It's Warden's Blades. But like if you go on full right formation, for example, and you just shake your camera with Warden's Blades out because they're anchored to your camera, you could just hit them with it. And like you just
Shake
back
your
hit.
camera.
Yeah, literally just shake your camera and shift lock, and you can just hit through their block. Like it's really dumb.
All right,
That's like,
yeah, that
that's
sounds
it,
like
yeah.
oh, interesting. All right, appreciate you for pulling up.
Yeah, all love. Thank you.
All right, now let's see what Deepwoken Info has to say about this. Let's see what the Deepwoken Infonians are saying. Let's see what they have to say. What do you guys have to say, man? What do y'all think about what he said? Maybe none of these niggas are even listening. I'm not gonna hold you. That guy's yapping. He was spitting. Okay, he's right. He's LARPing. Nobody in DC is on that tech. Deepwoken Infonians. Man, I thought they would be more like, refined, You guys are basically just chat. More judgmental. They're like a superior, like they say they're like a superior chat, but they're more judgmental. Chat, they're too mean to people, chat. They were too mean to you guys, and I don't like that. You guys are too mean to chat. Leave chat alone, okay? Don't bring them in this. Though then sometimes chat can be sometimes we all can be kind of stupid, just how it is. Oh yeah. Let me see what this guy's talking about with Glacier Arc. It's probably the shit where you can like use it on top of another one, right? Oh yeah, that can easily be fixed. Just make it to where you just can't use it on top of another one. All right, let's see what some of these donuts had to say. I'm probably gonna eat because I've been streaming for 3 hours. We got some good nerfs in today. Let's see. Thanks for the 2 from Howley's again. Thanks for the 5. Base Iron Sync, so it's worth it using such scrap stringer. I actually think base Iron Sync is pretty good with Jailer. Maybe you could just argue like Jailer nerf, maybe like the damage one buff. Like that, I don't know. I don't even know if it's really that bad. Like I feel like on Iron Requiem you can still do like big shits. Maybe if you want to make the argument Iron Sync without its legendary weapons. But that's a combo outside of base Iron Sync. I don't know. Thanks for the 2. Make an indicator for Fizz and Elemental for Sacred. Indicator, huh? Maybe. Thanks for the 5 for Sin Prod. Only buff and base. Sometimes it can be a mix though. Base silencing, so it's worth using for Iron Sync. Better train reading. Oh, you already said. Well, I appreciate that. Is base aren't chat? Is base aren't really that bad? Base aren't really that bad. Y'all tell me. One last thing: disable level up HP packs in depths if you're in player combat. I saw this. Yes. I thought maybe you could argue like power 16 and above don't get HP packs. I don't know though. I don't know if that would hurt freshies progging. Because like but then again, those guys can do it too. What do we think about that shoe? It looks like Iron Sing was split on that. I'm curious. I'm more curious about is leveling up in depths healing you a problem? Let's see what regular chat has to say first, man. I know chat might not be the brightest of the bunch. But I want to see what chat says. Then we can look at Deepwoken in general. Then we can look at Deepwoken info. And then from there, I'm going to see what the balanced jits have to say about it. We're going around the whole community today, man. Except the speedrunners. Them niggas hate me, bro. Probably because I killed layer 2 speedrunning. That was not even intentional. Like I said, I don't even hate the shits. Though maybe you could argue I haven't added odd speed yet. Let's see. Is leveling up in depths healing you a problem? Okay, 157.43. Not super clear. Only like 100 people. Let's see what the Deepwoken Infonians have to say about it. Deepwoken Infonians! What do you guys have to say about this? Is leveling up at like power 19 to get a free health pack an issue in the depths? What are we saying? Huge problem. It's an issue. It is a problem. Depths gankers abuse it. It is. Yes. Okay. Deepwoken Infonians are saying it's an issue. Let's look at Deepwoken General, man. Let's see what the Deepwoken General chat has to say. Deepwoken General. Let's ask. Hello, Deep General. Is people leveling up at power 19 for a free health pack in PvP combat an issue? Deepwoken General. Let's see what they have to say. Yes, nerf it. No, yes, large problem. No, yeah. Yes. Make it a poll? Fuck it. Do we make it a poll? Okay. I don't think it's a problem. Well, let's make it a poll. Because I feel like, I can understand what people want to say, but, for the people who play the game, I feel like they know. Actually, wait, let's see what people have to say first in general. It's, no. Just make it so you can't get the health pack if you're in player C tag. That's what I was saying. I said in PvP combat. No. Yes. No. Okay, we can do a poll for it. Let's see what Jits have to say. All right, is living up in depths at like power 18 and 19 in PvP combat an issue? Let's see what chat has to say. We got A for yes, and B for no. Let's see what people have to say. And I'll give a reason why I polled. Reason why I polled. I hear depths gankers use this for an escape, but I understand some freshies like it as well. So let me know. All right, polls, and we'll call it a day. Because like I said, I want to, some freshies are like, yo, like I use that when running away from people trying to gank me. And it's like, okay, I understand that. But then depth skinkers also use that too. So let's just see what the polls have to say. I've been liking the polls recently, See what the community gotta say. What happened with the last poll? Yeah. Water fight shits. Crazy work. We can do a bonus poll because I've been seeing a lot of people brought this up. Do you guys still enjoy Vavar movement in Pathfinder? Let's do this. Yes. No. Let's do like a bonus poll because I've been seeing so many people talk about this. Fine. Let's see what people have to say. Bonus poll. Yes and no. And we gotta see how people feel. Oh, I guess we can do like a I don't care. Maybe we can do like a I don't care either way. I don't mind either way. Yeah, we can do like a C option. Whoops, I'll throw that other one in there. Throw like a C in there. I don't mind either way. Let's see what people have to say. All right. Let's look at the polls. Let's see. So far, 1,300 people say it's an issue. Okay. And 300 people say no. So we'll see how the poll plays out in like an hour, but it seems like most people think it's an issue. So like I said, I think, power 16 and above, you don't get the health pack. I think that's like fair, right? And then Valvarn movement, 700 so far said yes, they still do enjoy it. 830 said, or 800 or 180 said no. 160 said I don't mind either way. So looks like most people right now at least still enjoy it. So like I said, we'll see where that is in an hour, but so that's I've always heard people talking about poll the movement, and I'm like, okay, sure, we'll poll the movement. Let's see what people have to say. Do they still enjoy the Bob Iron stuff? Okay, we'll try it out. So we'll see how that plays out in an hour. Besides that, let's see what else. Oh, no. All right, chat. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. We'll see what's up. Do some final polls, some final balance, maybe some other small content, maybe some weapon talents. We'll see what happens. But yeah, looks like the polls are still mostly, yeah. All right, guys. I think I'll be catch you guys later. I'll try and get on that glacier arc thing. I'll see about that. Well, probably some more balancing, but any feedback on the balancing so far? I think that's we got some pretty good stuff in, right? To summarize, Bloodrun nerfs, Gale nerfs, Eclipse Kick nerf, Shard Bow nerf, Piercing Blow nerf, Berserk rework, but still kind of a nerf. So a nerf on some of like I think the bigger things, that I've been I've been seeing like talks always around Blood Red Gale for the more so for the freshies, but yeah, got some some pretty direct stuff, right? Direct things for Blood Red Mantras, stuff like Inhale and other talents like Aftercut and whatnot. Maybe we'll see what else. Anything else? Make a poll on Silent Flash. What, you talking about what I said earlier? How like you start off with like a weaker Silent Heart, and if you do enough damage and don't get hit too much, you can land a Silent Flash or whatever and fucking get your full capabilities. Oh, brother. Y'all sometimes motherfuckers say they don't like JJK slot, bro, but I swear, bro. It's okay though. I can't blame y'all, but come on, Chad. We gotta do better. I can't blame you though. I feel like that would be fun to land. Because if you're saucing on somebody and then boom, hit one of them shits, probably would feel fucking amazing, bro. All right, let's see what I'm gonna do some last minute reads from Deep Gen just so we can say we read it. Let's see. Add Silent Flash. Oh, brother. Read some feedback. Okay, just some general yaps. Some general yaps. Yeah. Okay, let's look at Deep Info. Let's see what they gotta say, man. Gotta consider the intellectuals of this game, right? Let's see what they have to say. Anything catch my eye? Okay, nothing super crazy. Anything else? What have I not checked? Let's check what the chime niggas are saying, bro. What these motherfuckers are saying. Whole lot of yap. All right, chat. I think I'm done. Solid stream, though. Solid balancing stream, I think. We'll see what else I do, man. I'll probably be up, like, all day, all night. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. After this, though, after this patch, I will probably not be trying to do as many podcasts or streams. It's August 9th, right? Yeah, I'll need to be like just fully focused, like super focused. And I do like podcasts, but I also get distracted by them. I just enjoy yapping. It's the YouTuber in me, and it does sometimes, like, I could be using that to just more so focus up. Unless I do something like this, but I can't do this while working on the boundary. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'll just be me quiet. Like, the stream is quiet because I need to hear shit in the, in test place and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it'd be a good stream. But I like doing these little balancings because like, we can just talk. We can just like see what people think, like live. Appreciate all the donations, by the way. Thank you so much. And maybe next stream, this won't be anytime soon, I think. But maybe we can do one of those bring people up sort of things. But I don't really want to do one of those streams until we have more ready. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I'll consider Stoneheart. I'll look into talent for that, I guess. We'll see what we'll come up with. If there's a good idea, though, put it in my ideas channel, my Discord. I will be looking for some talents for those or whatever, or just a bunch of different stuff. There was some really nice talents about this one person. I always forget their name, but yeah, they have some cool stuff. That's actually funny, bro. That's funny as fuck. Anywho, we catch y'all later. Yeah, Ollie, yeah, they got some good talents in here. They're creative. I like that. All right. I'll be catching you guys later. You guys have a good day. Peace.